What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on what, but hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto, to talk more about the cryptocurrency market. A big day today, actually. We've got Trump signing the Genius Act into law, which is going to be great, for just crypto and era of crypto. And I couldn't be more excited for what has happened over the last probably couple weeks now. We've obviously gone from basically $2 in XRP up to all-time highs, or, well, some people would say it's not all-time highs. It's up to you to decide based off exchange that you're looking at here. But we have reached heights that a lot of people thought we would never hit when it comes to XRP. A lot of us here, part of the XRP army, believed that these numbers would hit. We saw things like HBAR doing really well back above 30 cents. Now we're seeing XRP. XRP actually fell down to 235. I was over in Discord this morning. I did say 235 was probably going to be a good zone to buy. So anyone that jumped in on that 235 buy order, we're actually up right now about almost 10 cents right now from that buy order. So kudos to anyone that jumped in on that. Markets are kind of like, going to look flat here. There's a lot of trends out here that we're going to look at today that I think are going to help lead us down a path of, give us some good ideas of where we're going. Also, just like my title says here, we do have some huge days ahead of us for crypto. I was talking to my father this morning. We're just talking about crypto and just talking about all the good stuff that's coming with it. And he even put some things in my head that I didn't even think about. And we'll talk about that here on stream today too. I just honestly think for crypto, not just for XRP. I mean, XRP definitely, but just for crypto, there's just so much going for it right now. And anyone that's actually getting into crypto right now, not even like just day trading. I'm not even talking day trading. I'm talking just like investing into crypto and holding. Like, I think you're setting yourself up for some pretty good success. We talk about all these times. There was an article that came out that talked about talked about Netflix. If you bought Netflix back in 2002, right when it launched, if you bought Netflix and you put $1,000 in when Netflix launched, you'd be over $1 million today. And that's kind of crazy to think that over 20 years of Netflix being live, a $1,000 investment would put you over $1 million. And I look at crypto very much the same. Like, crypto is still so new. It's just being introduced to the world, right? I mean, I know it's been around for a long time, and a lot of us have been in crypto for a really, really long time. But just realize that, I truly believe that we are in this era where we are jumping in to the Amazons, the Microsofts back in the 90s, right? We're jumping in early to these projects. And I know some people want to laugh at that, and some people want to criticize it, and some people are going to, always be the bearer of bad news for us and always kind of knock us down for jumping into these things and believing in these things. But you know what? Screw them, dude. Screw them. Because you know what, in 20 years, we're going to look back and we're going to be the ones laughing, dude, because I truly believe that. I honestly, and even after like all this stuff coming through with the legislation, we're just getting momentum, dude. We're still so early. I mean, it's kind of hard to process that. I mean, I was telling you guys yesterday, I was like, it was hard to process what was going on yesterday, even though we anticipated it. But everything we've talked about over the years finally come to fruition is just it's crazy, right? I mean, actually coming true with everything we've talked about, anything I've talked about, everything that I've been behind and supporting with crypto, like it is a crazy feeling when it comes to life. And so, yeah, I'm just like super blessed to even be able to have a platform to talk about this, that we actually have an A team that is strong in supporting one another. And when everything comes to fruition like this, it's just overwhelming, and it's exciting. And a lot of us have waded through the struggles of the previous administration and the previous years of hell, and now we're reaping the fruits of our labor, and that's what it's about. We talk about generational wealth. Like, I'm not here to just get rich. I'm not here to get rich. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy, and I think my path has always been to be wealthy in this space, not be rich. And that I stand by that today. I still stand by that. I know people will laugh at me for saying that, but that's always been my goal, is to leave wealth behind, right? Generational wealth for my kids, not just become rich. I don't care about becoming rich. That sounds great and everything like that, but we're here to build wealth. And that's just me being 100% honest with everyone here. And I see it like it's in the horizon right now. Like I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I've been seeing it for the last 5 years, 6 years. And I think a lot of people are still starting to recognize that. And so I kind of want to jump in saying that today. I know I kind of went on a little bit of a freaking a speech right there, but I just wanted to lay that out there. It's just a lot. Like I said, it's been a lot to process over the last couple of days. So before we jump into it all, let's say what's up to the A team here. We got Crypto Keeper Joel, we got Terry, we got Moto, Andrew. Good to see you guys. We got Seiko Hunt. Good to see you, my guy. We got Mucker in the house here. Appreciate you all being here. We got Katie. What's up, Katie? Katie's in the house. We got main character. What's going on? What's going on? We got Bill A. We got, Seiko, DJ Seiko. He created a new song, which we'll play at the end of the stream here. We got Brodick in the house here. What's up, Brodick? Good to see you, my guy. We got Ian, Derek. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I'm scrolling fast. You guys are freaking tearing up. Keeping it real. What's up, bud? We got Kokor. We got Kokor. Trent, what's up, man? Appreciate you guys. Jimmy's in the house here. If I do miss your name, like I always say, I'm sorry. What's up, Jam? Chipper, Jimmy Rock, Anthony. You guys are all awesome. You guys are chatting it up too, man. Damn. Ivan, what's up, bud? Over here on TikTok. What's up, guys? Appreciate you guys being here. We got Blackwater in the house here. What's up, guys? Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, Padres. Yeah, Midwest. All right. So there, I got off my sermon for the morning. I just wanted to leave that all out there with everyone here. Yeah, the chat is popping. It's going to be hard to keep up with you guys, dude. We already got 562 people in here watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And we're going to kick it off here because we got a lot of things to actually cover today. There's a very, very good day. This is going to be a very, very good day. We have Trump coming out here signing things into law for the first time ever when it comes to crypto. We got a lot of things lining up. We have huge days incoming. I'm going to show you why we have huge days incoming. And we're going to look at trends as well as to where we're at. In the Discord, we were talking about retracements and things like that, but just realize that all technical indicators are thrown to the wayside when emotions are coming into crypto. During a bull run, people are just buying to get in. They're just buying and buying. They're not even looking at charts. They don't even care about it. They don't probably know that TradingView exists. That's okay. They just know that Coinbase offers this. They're going to go buy it, and that's going to cause the charts to obviously move to some degree. So even if we're looking at technical indicators and they're not playing in our favor, just realize there's a lot of emotions outside there that will trump any indicator out there. And you just got to realize that, okay? So let's jump into it now. We have a lot of things to cover. So first thing here, you can see right now, we did fall back to a 3.86 trillion. We did hit the 4 trillion market cap yesterday. We are slightly down today. There is a little bit of a retracement happening right now. XRP is actually bouncing back nicely after the retracement. We did say 235. It's now back up to 343. So any pump off that was sitting pretty. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum's back up to 3579. Still looking really good, dude. Solana's starting to come back out of the hole that it's kind of went flat. So Solana's starting to build back up. We talked about this yesterday on stream. Solana's definitely looking like a nice little play. It's consolidated. It didn't really move a whole lot. Something to consider when you're looking at jumping into something new. Stellar has come down just slightly, right? We were over 54, almost to 54 cents, 55 cents. Now we're at 47. You got Sui's looking good. This is above $4, 404. Their chart is still looking super bullish, by the way. So I'm actually been eyeing Sui for an entry point for a long. And then H-bar. H-bar's come down again. I mean, it went 32%. This thing was up like almost 40% yesterday, dude. This was over a 7-day period. It was insane to see Hedera climb to the way it was. And I'm waiting for a retrace. So a little bit of a retracement on this too. I got some buy orders in on these, which I'll share with you guys, and we'll go from there. Stock market, a little bit flat for the most part. Actually, tell you the truth, it's actually down. It was a little bit flat earlier on, but you can see the Dow's down about 235 points. S&P 500 down about 9.7. Not too bad, especially after hitting their all-time highs. NASDAQ's down about 26. But really what it comes down to here is inflation, right? This is actually really good. Inflation outlook tumbles to pre-tariff levels in the latest University of Michigan survey. We knew that the University of Michigan survey was coming out. And it says right here that the overall sentiment rose about 1.8% from June to 61.8, exactly in line with the estimates at the highest since February. It says on inflation, the outlook on both 1 and the 5-year horizon both tumbled, falling to their lowest level since February. This is actually a really, really good report that's come out here. It says the university closely watched this for July, showed several sentiment increase slightly, rising to 1.8 from June to 61.8. However, what this is showing is that we're actually going down. So this actually came in pretty good. It said both readings are the lowest since February 2025, but remain above the December 2024. So as much as we're saying, hey, we want this to go away in terms of inflation, realize that we're still staying there. We're actually in line with what we said we were going to do, which is, again, why we haven't seen the markets tumble. I mean, the markets are actually looking pretty damn good. And I think we can see that inflation's actually curbing just a tad bit. We're not as scared as in April, we were all scared of the tariffs and what the tariffs would do to the economy and the rise to inflation and all this crazy stuff. But now we're starting to see that that's actually not really playing into the cards. And it's actually looking very, very good that we're going to have rate cuts coming up here, 2 or more rate cuts at the end of this year. We're still at a 97. We're still at a 97.5% chance that we will not cut rates next week, which again is a sad day, right? Some people can be a little disappointed that Powell will not cut rates, even though Trump is calling for a 3-point rate cut, which would be insane. But I mean, that's what he's calling for. And we'll have to sort of see how this plays out. I don't know. Maybe Trump maybe Trump crumble, or maybe Powell crumbles to the pressure of Trump. I don't know. We'll see though, because as you can see right here, where is it at? I got to find it here real quick. Trump actually came out and blasted. I think it was somewhere in here, right here. Trump came out today and said that Trump says rates should be at 1% to save $1 trillion a year for the American people, calling Powell one of the worst, which we've heard before, and blaming the Fed board. He actually has come out now and is attacking the Fed board for hurting so many American people. And that is a pretty wild number. I don't know if that's a trust but verify type of situation there. 1 trillion a year, saving in 1 trillion a year if we actually lower the rate. We do know that lowering the rates will actually lower the percentage we owe in the debt. Like that is obvious. And we do know that we need to lower the rates prior to being able to pay our debts so that we're not paying so much in interest, right? I mean, we're just basically paying the interest and not paying anything to the principal. That's basically what this is saying. And if we can actually save ourselves $1 trillion a year just in lowering our rates, I get where Trump's coming from, even though we know that lowering rates can obviously cause an uptick for inflation. So it is a catch-22 to some degree here. Let's see here. Inflation numbers are good. Unemployment low. Yeah, no cut. I don't think a cut's going to come here in July. I mean, I pulled up the FOMC rate cuts percentages based off the Fed board, and they've always 100% been right. And right now, it's 97% chance we do not cut rates. Like that's always been accurate. So the chances of us cutting rates is like it's pretty much zero. Like it's not going to happen next week. And I don't know what that's going to do for the markets. I don't know if that's going to like upset the markets. I don't know if that's going to. It's kind of a mixed emotion. I mean, I think if people know going into this that we're not going to cut rates, I think people are going to be okay. But if I think people, if we cut rates, it's going to obviously cause the market to go up. But I just don't think we're going to cut rates. My man, we invest, brother. Hell yeah, if I'm dying. Appreciate you guys. Pastor Austin, right? I had to get off my soapbox right there. Let the cult show begin. You guys are funny, dude. I'm buying 1 XRP after every haircut I do. Hell yeah, dude. There we go, Frankie. I'm on board with that. Coming soon, Austin, banana hammock, meme coin. You guys are crazy. That's why I love the 18, dude. No holds bar in here, dude. My XRP bag is at 163,000, bought at 0.08, 0.9, 0.19, and 34 cents. Still holding all. Damn. Jason Bourne. I just want to pull out that meme now that you said that. I want to pull out that like, oh, it's Jason Bourne. That's like one of the best gifs out there. I think I'm going to make a character of Austin today. Okay, I'm down with that. Hopefully it looks good. I'm scared of the terrible twos. Let's just relax and stay positive about the threes. Hell yeah. Meredith. Heck yeah, take some profits. Do you think the stablecoin will hurt or replace XRP? Nah, it's not going to replace it, dude. I'll give you a reason why. You still need a blockchain to move your stablecoins, dude. No matter what, when you look at crypto, you can't just have a stablecoin and not have a blockchain. Like, why do you think USDT is in Tether? You could transfer USDT in Tron. You have to be able to have a blockchain to move those stable coins across the blockchain. And the only way you can move those stable coins across the blockchain is if you wrap it in that blockchain. And so, I think stable coins are actually going to increase the value of these blockchains because these blockchains are going to want these stable coins on the blockchain. The blockchain makes money. The validators make money. The people holding the stable coins make money. I mean, you're charged a little fee to make that transfer happen. I mean, just right now. I mean, if you transfer money off of BTCC or onto BTCC or from Coinbase, I just actually moved some money. I had Tether. I moved Tether onto Coinbase, and I had to pay to move it into cash. You pay like $150. It's crazy, dude. You pay a substantial amount of money to move USDT to cash. Like stable coins are not going to hurt any and or replace any blockchain out there. If anything, they're going to help. They're going to help provide liquidity to the blockchains, and they're going to help actually, again, allow people to stay on those blockchains and keep their money in a stable, stable coin versus actually, putting it into whatever that native token and or native coin is. So, I think the difference. Hey, what's up, Tony Punch? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for the information. Yeah, no problem, dude. I'm already behind on the chat by 5 minutes. Gosh dang. Austin, seriously, if you were a Fed chair, you wouldn't cut rates either. No, I probably wouldn't, dude. I mean, the markets are looking too good right now. I wouldn't probably change anything right now. Plus, they've already worked into there. I mean, I probably wouldn't cut rates. I'd probably stick to the plan right now. I mean, there's no reason to change up the plan. I think everything's looking pretty good. I mean, we're seeing the markets continue to hit all-time highs. S&P 500, the NASDAQ, Bitcoin's hitting all-time highs. XRP's coming to hit all-time highs. We're hitting a $4 trillion market cap. With crypto, dude, just stay the course. We know that rate cuts are coming in. The Feds have called for two or more rate cuts at the end of this year. Just stay the course. So I'm kind of with Jerome on this. I'll defend him on this. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with us continually not to shock the markets. We've shocked the markets a lot this year already. A lot of us have felt the impacts of the shocks of this market. We're now starting to really build momentum in this market. And the last thing I want to do is actually come shock the market by, cutting the rates by, 3 points. I mean, that would be actually kind of crazy, to be honest with you. I think that could be a little to the extreme here. Trump fires Powell, the bond market crashes, and we go into blown. I would agree. That's why I don't think that Trump's gonna terminate him, dude. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen at all. Started investing in January and rode the dip. Regret not DCAing this whole time, but funds were tight. What is the logic, Austin, of you having a stop loss sell, then buying right back in at a higher price? I just hit that stop loss. So what happens is, let's just say, for instance, I have a stop loss at, and sometimes the markets bounce back, right? So you buy at a higher price. But what I'm doing is I'm taking back I'm now investing back in the market what I made. So I'm basically taking my profits off of it. So one strategy you could do, let's just say my $500. Okay, I put $500 in the market. Good example was yesterday, right? Watchman said, hey, one good call. I have a good call. It's going to be XLM going up, right? It was at 49 cents. I bought $500 worth, and I accidentally hit a 50x on that thing, right? I didn't mean to hit 50x on my margin, on my leverage. I did, and it was like, oh crap! And that thing went up. I made like $460 off that, and I literally said, good call. I sold it. I took my $500 back, and I took that 460. And I bought back in, right? So now I'm playing on house money versus on my own dime. And so the goal is to then build that 460 back up when that price comes back down and hits my stop loss. So then you're trying to buy back in, right? And sometimes you miss it. Sometimes you don't get 100% that dip, right? Sometimes you'll buy in a little bit of a higher price to try to take that next wave up, which is, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It happens. It's actually sometimes better than it does. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not, right? Sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. But that's usually what I try to do. I try to take out my profits, and then I ride it on house money. That's really exactly what happens when I do a stop loss. Thanks. I think I'm done taking my medicine. All right, Trent. We're heading to a new era. Yes, we are. So let's jump back into some of these. You can see right here, $10 trillion management company and Charles Schwab to launch a Bitcoin and Ethereum trading services. This is crazy. So whenever we talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum, just realize that in the next 5 years, it's not going to just be Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's going to be Solana, it's going to be XRP, it's going to be HBAR, it's going to be, SUI, it's going to be a lot of these other, it's going to be Chainlink, it's going to be Cardano, it's going to be all these other blockchains, all these other projects that are going to also be having these trading services. So yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum are, kind of the granddaddies of these ETFs and these trading services. But that's why I said these blockchains that you're in right now with the HBARs and the XLMs and the XRPs and even BNB to some degree, right? They don't get as much love, but I mean, they're all there to stay, and they'll all become part of these trading services. And so I don't know. It's just crazy when you start to really wrap your head around it. Does XRP get back to the 360 again? It very well could, man. This market's trading on emotion right now. It's backed up to 344. You can see right here. This is where the levels were at earlier. You can see right here on the 1 hour. This came down and hit this. This is the actual number I called in the Discord right here, right off the Monte Carlo. We said, hey, dude, this is going to come down to the 335, dude. And it came down, hit the 334. This thing bounced back up, and it's been on a nice little rise over the last 2 hours now. So yeah, this thing is looking pretty good. Where the other retracements are calling for 325, 330, which is the top of this fair value gap right here. And I'm not saying that those can't hit. I mean, you can see right now that the Mickey D's is down right now. So the Mickey D is down. You can see that the 1 hour is actually at the bottom right here. The 4 hour is working its way down, right? We know that this 4 hour is a really, really good indicator to follow right here. Honestly, if you're following XRP, you better have the 4 hour RSI up right now, because this 4 hour is very, very telling. I mean, it doesn't really hiccup a whole lot when it hits the bottom here. Once it passes this 20% mark, it actually does pretty good at coming down, probably resetting around the 9% to the 8%. And then we have a nice little trickle back up. So, I mean, right now, this is actually looking pretty good. We're cooling down a little bit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, almost 24 hours of cooling off. So that's what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So we have probably another 4 hours of cooling off at some point. This could probably come down just slightly or go sideways. And I'll show you why that's going to work out. And then we'll probably have a nice little trend back upwards again. So things are actually lining up pretty good. Yeah, so 460. I mean, 360 is back in the cards for sure. Do you think that the dollar collapses are replaced by crypto? No, they'll find a way. I mean, dude, I don't think that they want to get rid of the dollar, dude. I think Trump's been pretty adamant about, making the dollar still the most dominant currency in the world. And so I don't know how that's going to play out. But no, I don't think you want to get rid of that. Expedited rate cuts would be an economic disaster. I think so too. Like I said, I know a lot of people. I'm kind of out here defending Powell because I think the reason why we've seen the markets do really well. We're seeing the markets do really good right now, and you don't want to shock the markets with you don't want to shock the markets in any way. We already know that rate cuts are most likely not going to come in July, so everyone's cool with that. I think we're all cool with that. Like, hey, dude, markets are looking good. Let's just keep a status quo. Let's just call it a day, dude. And so yeah, I would agree, and I'll defend that for sure. Trump wants low rates because of the interest of the debt. Yeah, and I think that we're going to get there, right? By January into September, October, that very well could happen, right? We're going to have another month in August where where the FOMC is not going to be meeting. We're not going to have any rate cuts in August. And then come, September, October, we're going to have potential rate cuts. You know what I mean? And whether they're 50 basis points, whether they're 1 point, I don't know. You know what I mean? The betting odds are going to probably be, it's going to be a crazy betting odd, whether it's going to be 25% basis points, 50, 75, or, 1 basis point, right? 100%. I don't know. Rates could be dropping 25% or 0.25. Yeah, 25 basis points. We'll see. The housing market needs to cut rates as delinquencies on mortgages is up. That's one of the big ones out here is definitely that, Chameleon. I would agree. Definitely that. The world's largest bull run is unfolding right before our eyes, 100%. Man, we're in for it, dude. You think Trump tweets last night affected the markets? Nah, I don't think so, dude, at all. I don't think the markets really, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think the markets care about the Epstein files. We as Americans might, or we as people who might have personal invested interest in wanting to know, the deep state, maybe, but I don't think that the markets are going to trade what the markets are going to do. I don't think that has any impact on it. Definitely, I think when it comes to parties, when it comes to our political party system, I definitely think there's an impact on it for sure. And I think, I think that they need to do something about it for sure. I definitely think something needs to be said about it. It's definitely causing an uproar. You think LTC is here to stay? Yeah, Litecoin's like the little brother of Bitcoin, dude. Litecoin's not going anywhere, dude. I like Litecoin. I should probably buy more Litecoin, to be honest with you. Look at this. XRP back up to 345 right now, dude. What a great bounce. What a great bounce off right now. This is looking really good. It's going to probably come up to this 347 mark right here, which is a nice little fair value gap. Huge level of support. This is going to be a little bit of resistance right here at 347. You can see this red line coming through right here, which is 347.22. It could come up and hit that, bounce off that, because that's a pretty good level of resistance right there. The bank's loans will change this. More Wells, financial institutions. Yeah, that very well could happen. So let's jump into here today. You can see, this is really cool to see that they're launching this, and this is going to be more than just Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to get the XRPs of the world. We're going to get the H-bars and the links and all the things that we're in. Right here, this is great to see, dude. Coinbase stock reaches all-time new highs right here. We're sitting at 434. I think this actually has come down since it's hit this high. Let me look real quick. I want to say coin did come down. Yeah, it's come down a little bit, about to 415 right now after hitting all-time highs. So, yeah, it's back down about $15 right now, but still, it's incredible. And remember, it hit its all-time highs in 2021 when it launched, right? That thing went crazy and then came just falling off of a ledge massively. Also, right here, BlackRock has continued to buy. Again, I told you guys to go look at these. Please continue to look at this as a trend for the market. July 16th, right here, we had 763 million coming into the market. Now it's 497. So you can see right now they're just continuing to buy. 497 million is coming in. That's crazy to me that BlackRock just keeps buying. It says BlackRock is buying over 5 times the amount of ETH compared to BTCC. So this is actually ETH versus BTCC. So they bought Bitcoin at 497 million yesterday, and now they're buying ETH. So let's go back up here and actually look at the ETH inflows here. And you can see that they are buying roughly 546 million. So they bought more ETH than they did, or they bought more Ethereum than they did Bitcoin yesterday, which is just crazy to see. So definitely something to track right here. If you're not tracking these are great to see. When they start selling, when you start to see red in this is when you know, like, okay, maybe there's going to be a little bit of a sell-off here. So this is a great indicator to follow follow the whale, especially when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum. When the whales start to sell Bitcoin and Ethereum, like BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise, Grayscale, all these people start to sell their Bitcoin. It's time to sell yours. It's time that might be the indicator of, hey, it's going to cool off. Maybe I'm going to take some profits. Okay. Let's see here. Let me catch up to the chart here real quick. I'll go back to this before we. Yeah, 344.46. So yeah, it's looking pretty good still. Let me catch up to the chat here. Sounds like Clarity Act will still have to go through the Senate. Yeah, the Clarity Act's still going to go through the Senate, dude. How far until we get the SPX9? I don't even know what that is, dude. Can you transfer from coin to coin without paying capital gains? No. As soon as you make a transfer, you're going to pay capital gains, dude. As soon as you make a transfer. So yeah, it's going to go. That's going to go to the anti-CBDC and the Clarity Act have to go to the Senate first. So we'll probably have a vote on the Senate floor probably next week. If you guys think these numbers are spicy, just keep holding. Yeah, the banana hammock guy is no lie, dude. Just don't F it up. Just hold. Don't get your wallet hacked. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything stupid. He's signing at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, yeah, which will be right around 11:30 here. So hopefully we're on live on stream. He signs it at 2, which would be about an hour from now, I think. Right, 2:30. Yeah, about an hour from now. 1 hour loop. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel, my friend. Welcome. And yeah, definitely go jump into that Discord, please. You're right, and should be definitely defending Powell. He's being attacked by a irrational bully. I think Trump just wants what he wants out of it, right? Usually he gets what he wants. And he'll push as hard as he can and try to leverage as much as he possibly can. And again, some people hate him for it. Some people love him for it. But yeah, I mean, I think we should stay the course. I mean, I think the course has proven it's working out right now, regardless of how anyone feels, regardless of the party line that you're on. Again, I'm not a big fan of Powell. I'll tell you guys that, dude. You guys know I've not been a huge fan of Powell. I've talked crap about Powell almost any chance I get. But I will say that things are looking pretty good right now. I mean, everyone can go back and look at everyone's in the profits right now. If you've been following me since November, you're probably in the profits. And that's a good thing. And so, yeah, it's kind of hard to go back and say, hey, we should do this. Would you do a long right now? My long was at 235, bro. But, you never know. The markets are the indicators are out the door right now. So as much as we look at indicators, you don't know what's going to happen. None of us know what's going to happen with with people coming in. People, a lot of money's coming into the markets right now. And like I said, people aren't using indicators to buy the market. People are just buying the market out of FOMO. They're buying the markets out of because their mom's, dad's, brother told them to. You got to realize that that's what happens in the bull market. People start to see these things run. And what do? They start to buy the tops. Majority of the retail people jumping in right now are buying the tops and will continue to buy and buy and buy. And then they'll hold and hold and hold. So, it's hard to say whether you'd short or long the market right now. I'll tell you one thing. I will not be shorting the market. I don't care about I'm not playing the game. I'll wait for the market to retrace, but I'm not going to short the market. I'm not going to bet the game. You got to be able to close your eyes and sleep at night. Why are people saying get your crypto off cold wallets? Well, people are just saying that the XRP, or sorry, the Ledger is hacked, or Ledger has your seed phrase from sharding. From sharding. While the Epstein was somehow tangled up with, yeah, I don't know, man. Austin, what is going on with you're talking about MicroStrategies? MicroStrategies is probably killing. Is it killing it right now, or is it going down? Where is MicroStrategies? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's going down. What, 22% right now? $22, 5%. Yeah, it's coming down slightly. Good question. The next trigger event for XRP is spot ETF approval instantly, $7 to $8. Yeah. So let's talk about the huge days ahead of us here. So, one of the big things here is you can see right here. Look at the ratios. This is crazy. So this is where you like this. As much as we're going to talk about Ethereum here, we're going to talk about altcoin season. We're going to talk about alts, and this will play heavily into XRP. And it says the crazy part about Ethereum's rally is that while ETH is now up, and we get rid of this comment, Jason Bourne. While ETH is now up 147% in 3 months, take a look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio. Relative to Bitcoin, Ethereum was nearly 3 times larger in September of 2023. In September of 2022, 1 Bitcoin would buy 11 Ethereum. So 1 Bitcoin would buy 11 Ethereum back in 2022. Now, that same Bitcoin buys 33 Ethereum. And it says, is the Ethereum rally just getting started? So what this is basically saying is that the ratio there's a massive gap in the ratio now, almost like literally from 11 Ethereum to 33 Ethereum. So they're basically saying that Ethereum's eventually going to catch up to that of Bitcoin. That's what this ratio is saying. We're going to get back to where one Bitcoin is one Ethereum. And so you got to realize that that's actually going to be about 2/3 of a climb in price, right? So if we say, okay, right now we're going to go up basically about 66% from the pricing of where we're at right now, we're going to actually go up, it would be more than that. We'd actually go up almost 2x from where we're at right now. So, or 3x from where we're at right now. So technically, if you're looking at Ethereum's sitting here around 3.6. If we're going to catch back up, right, because we have to catch up 2/3 of that, we're going to basically say that this has to be at almost what, 3, 6, 9, 12, almost $13,000 for Ethereum to catch back up to Bitcoin in terms of ratio, right? I mean, that's technically what it's saying. So that's kind of wild when you start to really play that out. I mean, wow, that's actually pretty crazy. You can do the math right now. Let's actually do the math. Let me pull my calculator here. Let's pull up the calculator here. So basically, we're saying that 33, yeah. So it'd have to go double 2. So 33. That's crazy, yeah. So if we want Bitcoin to be where, yeah, we're talking like $12,000, dude. 12,000 Ethereum to catch back up. And they're saying that, like, if you're looking at those ratios, that means that Ethereum has potential to be worth $12,000. I mean, do you guys believe that? Do you guys believe that? Ryan, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel. Welcome, my friend, and thank you so much for being here. Definitely get that Discord. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up to the chat here, guys. I'm behind by like 12 minutes. Over on TikTok, what's up, guys? Let's see. Is Shaman okay? Yeah, the Shaman wallet's good, dude. I hate when my wallet sharts. Awesome, what's up, man? What's up, Too Fast Handle? What's up, man? We should cut 0.5 by end of year and 0.75 next year. Yeah, that could be something on there. MicroStrategy is hurting it's hurting your, sorry, Johnny. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. It should come back. I would agree, Guy. With Clarity Act have a better impact than Genius Bill? And I think so. I think the XRP, or I think the Clarity Act is probably one of the biggest things out there. I mean, that gives you clarity on what can and can't be done. And where people can actually tokenize. And I was talking to Dr. GGen today, and we were talking like how right now you have, like, in the stock market, we have the ETFs, right? We have Bitcoin ETF, we have Ethereum ETF, we have all these ETFs, these electronic funds that are out there that that they're using right now to pump up Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that kind of stuff. Well, you got to realize that what the Clarity Act is going to do, and something that Elizabeth Warren came out and said, right? I talk about the RWAs and stuff like that. But one thing that Dr. GGen was saying, if you guys don't know, Dr. GGen's my father. He actually came out and said to me today, he said, that's great that they're thinking about it like that, but think about it like this, is that right now they're building all these ETFs for the stock market. He goes, wait till these companies come back around and start to create ETFs for their stocks in crypto. So what they're going to do is they're going to tokenize their stocks at the same value that their stocks are on the stock market, and they're going to tokenize them, whether that's on a blockchain or whatever, tokenize them and basically have an ETF for their stock in crypto. And he goes, that they're going to play the reverse card and do the same over on the crypto side that they're doing over on the stock market side. And I was like, oh crap, I didn't even think about it like that. So you're going to have the Microsofts of the world and the Amazons of the world. They're going to tokenize their stocks for the same price, same 1-for-1 value. So they'll say, hey, we're going to bring $100 billion over to and create a tokenization of our stock, and they're basically going to create an ETF fund, a tokenized ETF fund on the blockchains. And I was like, damn, I didn't even think about it like that. But that's what these doors are opening, dude. That's what these doors are going to open, and that's going to and bring in a lot of money to the tokenization of real world assets. And a lot of these people are going to flip the script, and that's what's going to happen. That's what he believes is going to happen. That's what him and his cohort, right? That's what they're all talking about. So my wallet flashed about a month ago, 63 on ETH. Damn. Absolute legend. I appreciate that, Ryan. Thanks so much, man. I believe that XRP will be 30K. Damn. 30K per XRP. XRP keeps moving. Yeah, let's take a look again. Where are we at right now? Yeah, 346, dude. This thing is climbing, dude. This thing is climbing, man. I freaking love it. Look at that, dude. It hit this marker really good, dude. Holy crap. 336, 337. I mean, like that's literally what I've said: 340 to 337, if not 335. And dude, this thing hit perfectly off of that. Damn. Our Bitcoin, let's see here. Stocks are being tokenized now. I love it. Yeah, and they're going to create funds, dude. They're going to create their own funds. 100%, they're going to create their own funds, dude. Without question, that's going to happen. And we're going to do the flip. It's like the Uno reverse. They're going to play the Uno reverse card. But that goes back to what I've been telling you guys. I mean, we're still so early. It hasn't even started yet. And so find those top cryptos. And I'm talking blockchains. I'm talking actual ones that are going to hold real world assets, actually ones that are going to be able to partner with these large organizations, these large institutions, like the Amazons of the world, like the Microsofts of the world, and all these companies out there. Find those larger blockchains. Like I said, ADA, Ripple, or XRP, HBAR. I mean, you can go down the list of these things. Solana could be in there, right? And just know that holding these blockchains are probably some of the best value you could hold right now. Just is, dude. I hold Microsoft, Bitcoin Strategy Coin, and NVIDIA, Tesla, Rivian. I'm already holding these. Damn, get it, Ryan. I love it. If stocks are tokenized, isn't there a concern that consumers are not protected by the SEC? Yeah. Yeah, but they would be. But now that they become a commodity, they'd be protected by the, I mean, yes, I would agree that was the issue. Let's see here. I'm going to read this thing right here. So the one thing you got to think about is this right here. I'm going to pull it up here for you real quick. So although they don't fall under the SEC, they would fall under this, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So just remember this: if you're new to crypto and you don't know, this is what a lot of the cryptos falling under now is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So as much as these tokenizations don't fall under the SEC, they could fall under the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. And so that's where this Clarity Act is going to really play a factor into this: is where does your token lie, right? Is it a security? Is it a commodity? If we're saying that they're a commodity, or whatever we want to say that they are, they're going to fall under some form of regulation. They're going to fall under something. So it's either going to be the SEC, it's going to be either under the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. It's going to be under something. And so, yeah, as much as that, there is a concern that they're not protected by the SEC, they are going to be protected by other things. So I do think about that kind of stuff. So remember that word. Let's see, where are we at on this? All right. Banana hammock is added. People always give predictions, but never give a good reason why. What prediction? I mean, there's a lot of there's reasons why. I think there's reasons why XRP could definitely do very well, right? And continue to go up in price. I mean, we saw what the ETFs can do. A spot ETF for XRP would be ginormous. We know that tokenization of 401ks is going to be crazy, dude. To allow your 401ks to be traded in crypto, it's going to be insane. I mean, those are enough reasons as to why we could say that, hey, the markets are going to trend nicely. You know what I mean? They're going to continue to trend nicely because of things like that. Can't go wrong with American crypto. Yeah. RLSU ranks number one with Bitcoin with an A rating by blue chips. Hell yeah, Andrew B. Ondo's another one, dude. Ondo will win the RWA. They'll be up there for sure. I don't know if they're going to win it 100%, but I mean, they'll be up there. That's another one. Ondo's definitely, I mean, they're chasing that too, right? Ondo's still ranked, I think they're ranked in the top 30, right? Where did Ondo go? Yeah, 36. Yeah, so Ondo's come back down slightly, but I mean, yeah, Ondo's up there. There's so many of these up there. Just find the one that, find these ones that you think are going to do well. And there's a lot of them out there that could do well. Chainlink's another one. Sui's probably playing in that favor now. XLM. I mean, Cardano, Tron. I'm not a big Tron person, but they're playing in the game. You got Solana. BNB hasn't really talked about doing RWAs, but I mean, they're still up there. You got XRP is probably one of the number one out there right now. They haven't even initiated yet. US just getting on board. Yeah, 100%. SEC protects consumers from private corruption. Crypto protects consumers from government corruption. No, I like that. I actually kind of like that a lot. Yeah, man, this is why I like the birth of the stock market, but on steroids. 100%. I would agree with that, Ryan. Austin, can you take a look at Doge? I think Sleeping Giant is waking. We can take a look at Doge. Yeah, I haven't looked at Doge in a minute, dude. Where's my Doge? Doge is looking pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Doge is following the same trends. I mean, we're looking pretty good here on the 4 hour. I mean, the 1 hour is down right now. The 1 hour is coming down. Like I said, we'll probably lose. Let's see. 66. Let's see where we're at right here. I mean, maybe we come down and hit this height right there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to sort of see how that plays out. 4 hours up right now. You can see there's a massive fair value gap right here, but things are still looking positive with Doge, dude. Yeah, Doge is asleep. Doge is good, man. I like Doge. I don't know where I would enter in, but I mean, yeah, Doge is looking decent. Can you give a technical condition momentum? What do you mean too fast to handle? So right now, a company has the stock for value. After tokenization, there will be a token and the ETF possibly tripling a value. Kind of, yeah. That's kind of a, I guess, yeah. In some way, yeah. Crypto is 401k is going to be so bad. Crypto is 401k is going to be. You think it's going to be bad, Standman, to have crypto being people being allowed to buy crypto? I mean, I'm sure there's probably going to be things you can't buy. They're not going to be able to like just go buy Pepe. You know what I mean? Like that would be kind of crazy. Even though it's top tier crypto, I mean that'd be kind of crazy. Sold 1,000 XRP before the correction. All right, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. SS 1,000 XRP before the correction. Heck yeah. I mean, hey, it's climbing back up right now. You can see. I mean, we're about that. Well, it's starting to come back down. It's hit that 4.7, and now it's coming back down slightly. We'll see where this retraces to. It's still above the point of control right now, which is nice. Let's go back to the 1 hour here. You still see that even on the 1 hour, it's still above the POC right here, which is good. The 1 hour, this 10 hour is starting to come down just slightly. We hit this fair value gap around 43.46.7, and then we come back down. So we'll probably bounce around here for a little bit. But the more we bounce around in here and consolidate in this area, anywhere from probably roughly 346 to 336, we're in a good spot. Why has Flare been able to move up with all the great news? I mean, Flare is just, I mean, it's doesn't have as much volume as the other ones do. So that's the thing is, Tron is better, but you hate him. I'm just not a big fan of Justin Sun. Did you look what's happening with the pump token, dude? I agree with you totally when you said that Bonk will 8,000x. You think so, Marks? 401k basically diamond hands by default. That is true. Yeah, I think all people buying on motion only, doing no research will access to their retirement. Well, I think I think that there should be. I think they should determine what should be in those. What should be in that 401k. And we're probably talking growth funds. So they're probably going to say, Bitcoin. You'll be able to invest your 401k into Bitcoin. You'll be able to invest your 401k into Ethereum. There'll probably be some small growth funds, some large growth funds with certain different cryptos. But that's kind of where I think. I mean, it's probably going to be a small amount that could probably invest, or a small amount of cryptos that could be invested in, I would assume. A 401k buying a crypto is definitely a security and should be regulated by the SEC. But that's why you keep it in an ETF, right? You keep it in an ETF form, so that it can be regulated by the SEC. So as long as it's in an ETF, it would be regulated by the SEC. Edward Jones called to see what I thought. I told them I thought they needed to get out of the 19th century and get into crypto. Mario, thanks so much for the 4.9 super chat. Can you describe what a fair value gap is? Yeah, so a fair value gap is when the markets start to rally in a certain period of time. So I'll give you an example here. So it leaves a gap in the market. So like right here, we've rose so much in such a short period of time that it leaves a gap in the market. So we'll tell you, like right here, for instance, we rose from right around $3.02 all the way up to roughly $3.15. And so what happens is when you do that, you have these little red marks right here, or the candles right here. And when you do that, you leave a gap. There's a gap between the last top of that candle and where this one formed. And what these fair value gaps do is they actually show you areas where markets tend to get pulled back to fair value gaps. So not saying that they always get pulled back to a fair value gap, it's just an indicator, but they tend to fall back and find levels at these fair value gaps. And so you can see there's these different fair value gaps, and each hour has a different fair value gap. You can see right here, there's a fair value gap that was left between 329 and 340, this massive gap right here. Well, this came down and actually filled that gap. You can see this little candle right there? This gap got filled. So we're seeing that like that's a good thing. It bounced right off this. So when we were talking about this 335 being a level, well, it was right in the middle of this fair value gap. So like, again, you look at these indicators and they play into our favor. So if you bought this 335, like we talked about in Discord, you bought the middle of a fair value gap here, which is the right on. Like that's the next level. Now you'll see a lot of people talking about these other fair value. It doesn't mean you're always going to come back and fill these fair value gaps. Like it doesn't always mean that that's what's going to happen. They're just simple indicators that help give you an idea of where retracements could fall and or even support levels. So Yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell what they are. Austin, I completely agree with you on going all in on Pepe. There's no way I'm going all in on Pepe, dude. Just a shout out to all the newbies in the Discord because I almost fell for it. Austin will never private DM. Yeah, never. Anyone coming to Discord, turn off your DMs, please. Don't let these scammers scam you. I will never DM you first. I will never talk. I will never ask for money. I don't. No, that's craziness, dude. I'll never ask you to do something, anything like that. So just, yeah, please. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Holly. And yeah, appreciate you a ton for not falling for it. Thank you so much for the 290 or 199 super chat here. What wallet holds crypto if I just started? I mean, there's a lot of wallets out there. You can do like non-custodial wallets. There's SafePal. There's MetaMask. There's a lot of wallets that you can move your crypto to. You can get a Ledger. You can get a Tangem for cold storages if you'd like. I'm a Justin Sun Maxi. Hey man, that's okay. That's okay. If you're new here, you're right in the right place. Subscribe, like, and share. It's all learn together. Great channel. Oh, I appreciate you, Ryan. Thanks so much for the kind words. It's been good, man. Yeah, we have a good team of people here. Our Discord's great. People in Discord are amazing. We're in there 24 hours a day. There's someone in there talking. MasterCard's going to accept stablecoins. I mean, they should. They should. If you're worried about it, maybe you shouldn't be invested. That's not a bad way to look at it, Juan. I agree with you. Is Shaman okay? Yeah, I like Shaman, dude. Tangem safe? Yeah, I mean, Tangem, people really like Tangem. And plus, if you have HBAR, it's an easy thing to move over. Hey, appreciate you, Andrew, for being over here, man. Always holding it down. Got my main mod over here in Discord or in TikTok and Andrew now. He's holding it down. Appreciate you, my guy. Austin, I received your request for 1 BTC. I just sent it. Stupid. We got Granny Love. What's up, Granny Love? It's easy to transfer your crypto from exchanges to a cold wallet. Yeah. Some of them can be hard. Like transferring HBAR to Ledger can be difficult for anyone new. It's not tech savvy. You got to download Hashpack and do a bunch of things. Tangem actually has it to where it's really simple for like HBAR. And then a lot of other things. Just make sure that you follow the rules. Just make sure you follow the if you're going to be moving things, make sure you have a memo, when it comes to XRP and stuff like that. So I heard Tangem has some security flaws. Is this so? I don't actually own a Tangem, but I have a lot of people here in the A team that love their Tangem. I use Ledger, but that's just me. You can go wrong with any ISO, to be honest. You can't go. You mean to say you can't go wrong? I don't think you can go wrong with it either. XRP taking a crap. It's still doing pretty good. What do you think about Shopman? Shopman's just a decentralized wallet, right? That you can actually use for accessing XRP tokens and things like that. It's mostly built for XRP. So which platform do you use for staking? I don't stake SK. I don't stake a whole lot. But if you do, you probably could do it on like a Coinbase. I mean, Coinbase is the number one place to be in terms of like exchanges right now. I mean, they're the custodian for BlackRock. They're the custodian for Fidelity and Grayscale and all these large companies. And when can I move XRP into cold storage on Pure Wallet? I'll move it off the Ledger. I'll let you guys know. Hopefully they release that here. They drop it soon, right? I'm hoping that they have that all squared away here pretty quickly. Yeah, Deb says she loves her Tangem. Oh no, XRP is crashing. Sell now. Trent. When is the big sign today for the Genius Act? It's coming up here. I think Trump should be signing it. Let's actually take a look here. I think Trump said he's going to be signing it around, 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. Is that what I saw? I think it's going to be 11. Let's see here. I want to say it's around 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, they're looks like they're already having a pretty good signing bill right here real quick. So there's nothing out right now. Everyone's kind of waiting for it, but it looks like it's going to be right around 11:40 a.m. So about an hour from now, a little over an hour from now. Chris, thanks so much for the $2. Chris from Italy. He finally changed his name. Dinner time here. Bring back the mojo. Appreciate that. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Yeah, well, the mojo is going to come back. We'll find some areas. Okay, so let's jump into some of the technicals here. And appreciate you, Chris. This might bring back some mojo here. So I was looking at these numbers today, dude. So let's look at some of this because it actually looks pretty good. It looks like it's lining up pretty nicely. Doesn't mean that everything is going to line up perfectly for you guys. I just want to make sure that's very clear. all we're looking at is trends. We're trying to look at indicators, and we're trying to find areas where we can actually enter into the market and make a good trade. We have our long-term bet. I want to set this aside. I guess I want to preface this by saying this is all on top of us. Like, we have our long-term bags here. I'm talking short-term day trades, BTCC. We're trying to find entry points for our longs, and some people feel like they want to short, but this is strictly for the margin trading. Okay. So really, what it comes down to, I was looking at this today, right? So anytime that we've actually reached up to our highs, this was Monday right here, right? You come back over here, and we can see that Friday, right here on Friday, Thursday going into Friday, we actually fell. This is back on June 24th. Okay. This is where we started our trend. You can see right here on Saturday, Sunday, we started to rally up right into Monday. Okay. And we rallied through Monday, and then right into Friday, we started to fall. Thursday, Friday, we started to come back down and get into a new level right here. You see this little area? We started to come down. We trended about roughly, that was a bad pull, but roughly about, dude, what the freak? Come on, man. It's like way too big. All right. We fell about roughly 7% right there, okay? And then from Friday through Saturday, we started to rise. Friday, Saturday. So bottom of Friday, we fell right into Saturday. We started to rise back up, and then we rose all the way into Monday. Look at that. This candle right here is Monday. You see that? So we rose from the bottom of this on Friday all the way up and went up about 10%, 12%. What do you think happened after that, right? We started to fall on Monday, right? And then we rose back up through the week, and then we came and we hit new lows here on Friday again. We came down and we hit lows again on Friday. So, and then what happened? On Saturday, we started to rise up. This is Saturday right now, right? Boom, into Monday. This is Monday. And then we rose all the way up through the week to Friday. What do you think happened on Friday? We started to fall back down again, right? Through Saturday into Sunday. What do you think happened at the bottom of Saturday? Right around 9 p.m. Pacific, or 9 a.m., we started to rise back up through the whole week, right? This is Monday. We started to come down a little bit, had a little bit of consolidation, and then we rose all the way up. And what do you think's happening right now? Today is Friday. What do you think happened? Thursday, Friday. What do you think's happening right now? We are falling down. The trend is literally telling us, it's screaming at us in the face. And when you go back and you look at that trend, it's matching up to every single one of these 4 hours. Like, no joke, dude. Like, we come up, we peak up right there on a Thursday, boom, we come back down. Right here on a Sunday, Monday, we come up, here's a Monday, and then we come back down, right? And then we're riding it back up again. I mean, this wave is like riding perfectly with everything we got going on here. I mean, it's pretty wild when you start to look back at these and see where we're at. I mean, it is crazy. It actually is really crazy how these trends are working right now. So what is this telling me? What did Austin just say? What did I just say to you guys? What I'm saying is that the trend right now shows that Friday, going into the end of Thursday and into Fridays and Friday night and all that kind of stuff, we usually come through a consolidation phase or a little bit of a retracement. Through this run, we've had, again, nice consolidations. We've had nice little bit of retracements here, anywhere from a 7 to 8 to 10% retracement. And then we seem to climb back out starting Saturday. So tomorrow, we're going to see if this trend continues. I don't know if it's going to continue. It might not continue. But I'm just saying, over the last 3 weeks, we've had the same trend for the last 3 weeks, the exact same trend, right? We go up, we start to climb up on a Saturday into a Sunday, Monday. We have a little bit of retracement through the week. We pump back up just slightly, and then we come back down on a Thursday, Friday after we hit our highs. And then we come and we have a consolidation, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday rolls around, and we have a nice little rally again. I don't know if this is going to continue, but 3 weeks of this is showing us on the charts right here. Like, this is like screaming at us in the face that this trend has fully been initiated. I don't know if this trend's going to continue. Again, so just put that out there. I don't know if it's going to continue, but right now that's the trend. So me being who I am, I'm going to play that trend, right? I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to play the trend. And right now that trend is what's telling us. And with the market being as bullish as it is right now, and this, again, this is outside anything that comes in through Trump indicators or any outside noise. This is what the trend's telling us. So unless something crazy happens, I think that we'll hopefully continue into this trend coming this week. So, but to each our own on where we look at this. Hey, Austin, can you get the trading view indicators like the Monte Carlo? Yeah, you can just type in Monte Carlo at the indicators up here, and you'll be good to go, bro. Let's see here. Why don't you like Uphold? I just don't really care for it. So it's, we have each our own. Billion, right? Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. YouTube didn't send me a notification. Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, they must not love me, man. But I appreciate you being here. Hope all is well, man. Thank you so much for the 199 super chat. You're awesome. Trump with the signing of the act today will create a solid bump, is my guess. It very well could. It could be the buy the rumor, sell the news too, to get us back into our trend. I mean, we're trending exactly where we're at. I mean, the trend is still intact. Sean, thanks so much for the $5 super chat, dude. You just think BlackRock is buying ETH close to all-time highs, which makes you definitely believe it's going to go up. Yeah, I mean, they're still buying Bitcoin at all-time highs, right? I mean, they're accumulating as much as they possibly can of this stuff. So, yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Sean. And thanks so much for the $5 super chat. You're awesome. This time next year, we'll be laughing at these prices. Probably. We all will be millionaires. Midas. Yeah. I mean, YouTube is the biggest hater. Trump signing could trigger another rally. Very well could. Or it could just be a buy the rumor, sell the news. We go back into our phase here. And, come Saturday, we start to rally up again. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. 15-minute ABCDE correction, then pump. 2:30 Eastern time. Yeah, it's gonna be here in about 30, 40 minutes, roughly, give or take. So we'll probably stream it live. It's going down. We all know that. Eventually, it's gonna go down. Yeah. I mean, H bar right now is slightly making a nice little bounce back. Yeah, it's gonna have a nice little bounce back right there. No one works harder than Lifer. Let's see here. We'll be saying wish I bought at $3. I know, right? Hey, Austin, do you think do you unlock trading? How do you unlock trading view? How much is it for the Monte Carlo? I think you have to pay. I don't know what I pay for mine. To be honest with you, I don't know what I think it's like. I should probably know how much I pay for the. I think I pay for the top tier if I had to guess. Let's see. Yeah, I pay for the premium, so I think I get to use unlimited indicators. But yeah. Yeah. Do you think Litecoin all-time high is on the table? Dude, Litecoin. I mean, Litecoin's been through it, dude. Litecoin has been through it. Where is my Litecoin? I mean, it's a top tier crypto. It's hard to say. All-time highs were. Let's see what all-time highs were. I mean, all-time highs were what? Like, I mean, it hit 420 back in 2018. It hit 413 back in 2021, and now we're climbing back up here. I mean, it doesn't have as much. You can see right now, it doesn't have as much momentum behind it like it did previously because I mean, just the amount of different cryptos that have come in here. So, I mean, I don't know, dude. That'd be a 4x from where it's at right now. It's hard to say, dude. But I mean, based off previous history, it very well could, man. It very well could hit there based off what we're looking at here. So, yeah, so crazy to see. Boom, 365. Gosh, that's such a crazy looking number. Yeah, BTCC is still coming down. Just the dominance is coming down slightly. Once Trump signs the bill, I see a lot of stablecoins being minted. Oh yeah, I mean, Bank of America came out and said they're going to put a stablecoin out there. Yeah, you got a lot of people doing that. HODL is live. We are looking for buying opportunities. Yep. The first rule of Fight Club is never tell people how much XRP you have. The head and shoulders of crypto market showing us climbing to 6 trillion soon. I don't doubt that one bit. What is your peak bull run price? I said $2. $2 has been mine, but again, that's a pretty steep price. $2, but I'm not going to sway from it. I've been saying that for years now, and I'm going to stick with it. Might as well. Hi Austin, I got 1 XRP and I'm going to be a millionaire. I don't know. You tell me, dude. You tell me. What do you think? I took profit on XRP, waiting for it to go under 2 and buying big. All right, there we go. Has the bill signed? It signs here in about 40 minutes. Blessing. What's up, Millicent? Good to see you. I'm playing with 10 to trade just to play around. Okay, that's good, Infinity. Yeah, you should just do little trades here and there if you want to. Nothing wrong with having a small bag of silver or gold. Gold's been looking good, dude. Are we falling again? There's definitely going to be some ups and downs and retracements on this. I don't think the bill is going to be him signing the bill is going to cause the big. It might. Again, I guess maybe I have a little bit of like that where it's the buy the rumor, sell the news type thing. How about ADA? ADA's ADA. I don't know. Possibly XLM absorbing the stock exchange. Could. With the signing act today, will it create a solid bump? Maybe. I don't think any cryptos in the clarity bill. I think the clarity bill is just how we should have guidelines and how we should have guardrails for certain things. I have not, Jamie. I have not heard of that. Austin, you think XRP will change the market cap theory? I mean, maybe it could, dude. Well, if these things are all commodities, right? If we're determining that Bitcoin's a commodity and Ethereum's a commodity and all these cryptos out here are commodities, then technically, I mean, like I've told you guys before, I don't think market caps really matter. I think that we've just been following market caps for so long with these cryptos because we've been told that they're technically like a security and should be traded like a security. That's why it's just been baked in that we look at market caps. But if we're saying they're commodities, then like we've always said, market caps don't mean anything, dude. Market caps are pointless with commodities. So if that's what we're saying, if we're saying these are really commodities, then market cap, yeah, it should break the market cap theory. But I don't know. I think we're psychologically told that that's what it is, so we've all stuck with it. Jamie B, you getting billionaires. How far do you think XRP will go today? I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I said, I mean, if we follow the trend, technically today we should have a downturn. And if the trend continues, the last 3 weeks, that the trends have shown us that Fridays the markets kind of come down just a little bit, and then starting around Saturday morning, we start to climb back out again. I mean, that's kind of been the trend. So if everything stays status quo, I mean, the trend hasn't broke that trend yet. So we'll see if that trend continues. I signed up for DoorDash. I can deliver Mickey D's. Hell yeah, Frankfurt. That's what I'm talking about. I'm at work listening to my boss complaining about my performance. My crypto bag is at 979. Dude, that's fantastic, dude. Dude, that's so funny. Send it. There's so many countries that have yet to open up crypto. I know. And wait till they do, right? Wait till they do. You think that the US is the only one that's going to start on this stuff? No. Market cap doesn't matter when the money printer never stops. That's true. What Lambo we getting, y'all? I'm not getting a Lambo. There's no way. Are you trading right now? No. Nope. I'm out of all trades. Anyone when the Senate is going to vote on the Genius Act and anti-CBDC? I don't know. It's probably going to be sometime. It'll probably get sent through sometime later next week. Sorry. 2,600 XRP. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're saying the clarity. Yeah, the clarity. I think I was picking up what you're putting down, dude. 14,500 XRP still holding for a few years. Hell yeah. Telecoin. I don't have too many thoughts on it. I mean, it's going to probably do okay. You talking about like the Toncoin? I don't know. I don't really have too many thoughts on it. So this is where I want to pull out here. It says on-chain equities, which again, what we talked about, on-chain equities and RWAs could 100x blockchain value. So we're not just talking XRP, we're talking blockchains in general. Okay. So it says right here, while the cryptocurrency is experiencing strong momentum, the industry is still far behind from realizing its full potential. The next major opportunities will come from tokenized stocks and real-world assets. So again, if you guys are doubting the markets right now, just realize that there's still so much potential with this kind of stuff. So the days, like I said for my clickbait title, you guys know my clickbait is saying huge days incoming. Just realize that the potential for XRP, or sorry, not even just XRP, just blockchains in general. I've been saying this all stream. The opportunities are right there for the taking, dude. Like we are in the very early stages of a massive amount of money flowing in because of the tokenization of equities and the tokenization of real world assets. We've already seen all-time highs and believe new records are ahead, especially with the promising L1 projects, L1 being layer one blockchains emerging. But the true breakthrough will come from regulatory clarity that allows us to tokenize real equities and assets, not just speculative meme coins. What will 10x or 100x blockchain value is getting equity and real world assets on chain? And I couldn't agree more with you. Real world assets have become one of the fastest growing segments of the crypto market in the recent months. According to reports by Redstone, RWA's reached an estimate value of $24 billion so far, which isn't, I mean, that's a decent amount. But imagine when you can actually tokenize a lot of this stuff onto a blockchain. People are gonna when you can start tokenizing your own stocks. Like you can, like I said, you can launch your own stock as a token in a tokenized form on a blockchain. Why would you not double dip that, triple dip that? Like, of course you're gonna do that. You're gonna start buying ETF stocks with the S&P 500. Hell yeah. We're gonna look back 10 years from now and realize, like, holy crap, dude, we were so early. Which Monte Carlo indicator is that? This one is by this one's by Chart Prime. Chart Prime is what we've been using. This is actually called the Watchman indicator. Just want to put that out there. Just kidding. What's your opinion on Robinhood? I'll let the A team to Blake. I'll let the A team respond for me on Robinhood. CNBC is showing Trump signs in a half hour. Yeah, it's showing about 11:40 my time. Oh yeah, HBAR is a great value. HBAR is going to probably lead a lot of the RWA blockchains. I mean, the hash graph. Go look up hash graph, dude, and tell me what you guys think about a hash graph. Hash graph is very, very unique. Yep, Andrew B. Yep, Robin the Hood. Cool cat. They are robbing the hood. What time? What time is he sign? He's going to sign here around another probably 30 minutes. Yeah, Blake. I'm just not a big fan of it, dude. It's they screwed over a lot of people during the whole GameStop thing, and I've never touched them since. Robin Hood robbed the poor and gave the rich. 100%, dude. Robin Hood robbed the poor and gave to the rich. That's exactly what happened, dude. They are everything that they say they are. They're not. They are not Robin Hood. Robin the Hood. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Just hopped on. How is XLM looking? I've heard good and bad news. Again, we're just looking at indicators right now. This is playing out a little bit differently for XLM. You can see it came down this morning, hit a nice little level of, there was a nice little level here of volume sitting around the 46.6 mark. This is looking, the 1 hour's down, the 4 hours working its way down. And again, these trends are very similar to all the other trends here of the days, right, that we talked about. So, you can see right here, this is going into Friday right here. We had some dips. XLM is a little bit different here, but this will probably come down. This is a nice little consolidation over the 4 hour period. Even with these pumps right here, we've done pretty good. But, again, this is looking for a nice breakout, actually. Look at that bull flag. Yeah, it's looking nice. The 4 hours coming down right now. The 12 hour is up at the top still. Look at the 12 hour RSI, dude. The 12 hour is actually down. The 4 hours down. The 1 hour on XLM is down. It's starting to work its way back up. Like XLM is actually looking like a prime target to jump in on. Damn. It's right there, but it's right here. It's consolidating. You can see right here on the Monte Carlo, it's consolidating. It's hitting the levels. So it's saying, 47. It's actually hitting all the levels right now. Let's see what the 12 hour says. 12 hours actually, damn. The 12 hours actually saying 56. A 5.5% chance of it going to 56. Right now it's actually below the 12 hour POC. So we'll see if we can continue. If we can build back above that, you're probably in a good spot. But you can see right here on the MACD on the 12 hour, we've actually lost a lot of momentum and are turning downward. So we got to basically, what's going to happen is it's going to probably start to turn over here. We'll probably start to come back down a little bit and then probably hit back up. But the 4 hours at the bottom, 4 hours at the bottom, and so is the 1 hour. So XLM is very interesting right now. It looks very bullish, actually. But it probably could. I probably won't touch it for at least another. I'm probably thinking 4 hours, 4 to 12 hours before I start to really consider it. Probably. Coinbase or BTC for transactions move to a wallet as soon as possible. Well, they're just different. BTCC is just an exchange I use for margin trading. As you guys don't, I link it there that's where we do all of my margin stuff is in BTCC. And again, if it's something like doing any leverage trade or margin, I've really enjoyed it. But Coinbase is just like where I go to store, send money over to get over into my bank account. And BTCC, you don't have to KYC. You don't have to go through a KYC. It's non-VPN. Where obviously Coinbase you do. Coinbase has all my bank information, But I haven't put it on BTCC because there's no need. I just transfer straight from each other. I'm in England, so they won't let me. They won't give me a good account. I have to use Revolt. Oh wow. Coinbase price spreads are outrageous. Check. Yeah, you got to be careful with. I mean, that's why you got to go over to the advanced side so you don't get screwed on prices. How do you think? Can't read futures, but good guess. How low do you think? Well, I said with XRP. I mean, we're calling for right here on the 1 hour. We were talking about this hitting the 335, but if you go to the 4 hour, 4 hours been a really good chart. 4 hours actually been a really, really good chart for us to follow. And some people are saying this can come down. We're talking about anywhere from an 8 to 10% retracement. And 8% puts us right here. That's where I got the 335 was because 8%. Now we're saying a 10% retracement puts us at around 328, 329. So just call it 330. So anywhere from 335 to 330 was kind of the call. So we'll see what happens here. We still got a lot of the day left. CBC spreads can screw you. They're bad. Yeah, they are bad. Coinbase is up on the price of coins. Yeah. Can you give me your assessment how Link is looking? I like Link. Link's been looking pretty good. Let's get rid of this. I mean, the 4 hours coming down. The 4 hour chart's been a really good indicator as to where markets are going. So, I mean, this will probably come back down, reset past the 20% mark here. And once it gets below here, probably looking good. You're probably going to come back down and fill this fair value gap here. Probably come down to 17,195, somewhere in that ballpark potentially. Let's go. Let's pull a fib here. Let's pull a fib. I mean, what's put you right there at the 236, which is a really healthy retracement. So, yeah, 17 mark, the 17.2 to 17.1 mark, right in the fair value end of a fair value gap there. I mean, it doesn't even have to hit the 236, but yeah, it's already having a healthy form of retracement. You can see back over here, our other retracements were roughly 7% there, 8% there, 8% there. I mean, dude, so you're seeing 8% across the board, 8 to 9%, almost 8% there. So, I mean, if we're talking the 8% retracement mark, that puts us at right around 17.5 to 17.3, give or take, somewhere in that ballpark. So, if we're going to follow the trends, again, go back here, Sunday, Monday, boom. Monday takes off right here, right? This is Sunday, Monday for this one. Saturday comes up. Saturday, we hit a bottom. Saturday comes up. We have a little flattening out. We hit up again. We come back over here. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Here we're on Friday, Saturday. Or this is Friday going into Saturday. We run up again. I bet you right here, right? Same thing. We start over here on Sunday, Monday. Boom. Comes up and flattens out a little bit during the week. And then boom, we take the next step again. So yeah, it's just, we'll see what the trends are looking the same. Coinbase Advance also gives you a rebate on every buy. That's true. They do. Yeah, HBAR's looking good. Can we hit $4 today? We might hit $4 by, if things all continue the trends that we're doing. I think $4 could definitely be hit by Monday, Tuesday of next week. If we continue the trends of what we just looked at last 3 weeks, if we continue the last 3 weeks of trending, then I think that we're in for a $4 coming up this next week. But again, that's if the trend continues. Once the trend breaks, it changes everything. Right now, the trend is showing that, so we'll have to sort of see. Hey Austin, good call on the little platform Sui built last night. Right before you ended the stream, I hit a quick 10% lick. Damn, bro, really? Yeah, Sui is looking pretty good. Yeah, you're talking about this one right here, right? This is the one where it went up right there. I was watching that last night. Had a nice little build up. It's going to come down. This is still building on a really nice level right here. It's funny how we still have our old charting in here. Yeah, Sui's 4 hours down right now. Dang, 12 hours down on the RSI as well. But the Mickey D's is looking pretty good. So again, we want some of this consolidation. Let's actually pull this back to a better fib level here. I mean, look at that today, dude. It actually came down and hit the 236 right here at 379, which is top of the 236. So, I mean, Sui did exactly what we thought it was going to, right? And let's go to the 4 hour. What's the 4 hour saying? The 4 hours, I mean, it's going to come back up to 397 probably. You can see there's nice bullishness, a bullish trend on the 4 hour right there. A really high percentage chance that it gets there. What is that trend? 50, it's a pretty big one, 5.57. What's the 1 hour saying? Yeah, 395. We have another. So I mean, we got the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 12 hour, or the 1 hour and the 4 hour telling us that we're going to probably get back up to this 395 area. So I mean, that's very well within the cards now, especially after it bounced off this 236 right here. And if this were to keep coming down here, we got a new 4 hour, right? This new 4 hour that started about an hour or 2 hours ago. If this doesn't actually break through and we come back down, I mean, there's another little fair value gap here, probably coming down to like 367. So, question: will we have a rush after the bill is signed? It'll be interesting. You know, like I said, there could be this buy the rumor, sell the news type stuff that we're accustomed to. You know, something to at least consider. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Bloomberg Television. I'm calling for a 324 bottom of XRP. That's our pivot point. All right. H bar is 20.27, a great value, huge upside. Yeah, I think H bar is, obviously I've accumulated a pretty good bag of H bar, so something I've continued to be impressed with. Coinbase normal is fine if you're not doing 1,000 trades a day. Yeah, BTC bouncing off support. Let's take a look. Yeah, look at that, dude. It's coming right across the 236 right there. Yeah, it's definitely, you can see a pretty decent line on the 4 hour to get back up here to the 18.8 level. The 1 hour, it's right around the 1 hour right now. Look at that, dude. It's actually coming down to the 1 hour. The 1 hour is actually looking looking bearish. 48.9%, right around 76. So it's looking a little bearish on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 30 minute. What's 30 minutes showing us? 30 minutes still around the same price. So it's staying around this price at the 1 hour, the 30 minutes showing us. Yeah, the 15 minutes showing us we're going to probably retrace back down to the 117.2 level. Yeah, 117, 117.2, 117.1. That's kind of showing us where this is. You can see those are all trending down. Everything's kind of trending down right now. Even the Mickey D's is down. 4 hours working its way down. Yeah, the markets are losing a little bit of steam here going into Friday. But I mean, this is something that's common on these Fridays. I mean, you can go back and look at these Fridays. Look at back over here. Thursday, Friday. This is Thursday. Let me get the comment out of the way. So let's just go back and look at these. When were these dips, right? This dip right here was Thursday, Friday, right? Look at that. Into the red, Thursday, Friday. Boom, we come up. We come back down. Look at right here. What is this right here? Thursday, Friday. Okay. We come back over here. What is it? What is this red right here? Thursday, Friday. What is this red right here? Thursday, Friday. So, I mean, we're seeing this common. This is a very common thing, and then we bounce back out of it. So the question is how far does this fall before we have the bounce back? That's the biggest question. And if you're not even worried about the fall, like if you're just like, okay, well, I'm just going to put a long in because I know that the trend is saying that there'll be a bounce back, then I mean, if as long as you don't over leverage yourself, you should probably be fine. Coinbase, very good for noobs. It is. Day trailing, 5 to 10x leverage is super easy if you follow the trend. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Appreciate y'all. I'm newish, just holding. All right, Kyler. That's all you need to do. How's it going, dude? What's up? Since July and late Q3, Q4 is supposed to be better, would you be surprised if it had a major / big correction or dip? I mean, I don't know, dude. It's kind of hard to say because you just never know what the outside influences are. I mean, dude, we could something crazy could happen and the markets could have a fallout, right? I mean, who knows? You just never know. It's so hard to project what could happen. I mean, we could go to war in 2 months. Who knows? You know what I mean? Something could happen here on U.S. soil that causes us to have this massive, exodus in markets. Who knows? I really don't know. We could have a black swan event that no one's prepared for. Those are hard to predict, dude. You think XRP will hit 320 this retrace? I think I played out pretty good. I mean, 320 puts us right here. I mean, yeah, it's on the 12 hour. It's saying that that's probably the lower volume. It's a 1% chance on that one, a 1.22%. You're kind of looking more along the lines of 325 maybe at the low of that. But right now, I mean, I'm playing the 1 hour. The 1 hour, the 335 looks really positive right now, sticking around that pricing. If it were to retrace back to a certain level again, you can see that we've already bounced off that twice right now. So that's showing a really good level of support right there, which means that it would take a decent amount to get back down below that. So It'll be interesting. It looks like Trump's coming on here in about 10 minutes. Ed, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. What is the long? What is long and what is short? Appreciate you, brother. Well, a long means that when you say a long, that means that you're betting the market's going to go up. So, like for instance, here in BTCC, you can come over here and let's just go over to a call here. You have it says buy and go long or sell and go short. So what you're doing here is you're either going long or you're going short. Short means that you think the market's going to go down. Long means you're going to you think the market's going to go up. And so, when you go and you do your trades, you can go do these trades and you can obviously decide where you think these markets are going to go. And the best thing you can do, I tell everyone this all the time, best thing you can do is obviously download. I have the link attached in my comment section right there at the very top of where you guys put all your comments. I put BTCC's link in there. Best thing you can do, honestly, if you're new to crypto, is to click on that link, just create an account. You don't have to even put any personal information in. Just create the account and then go over to the demos mode here, right here, demo trading, and just switch over to the demo trading. It's free, you get free money, dude. And you can come on here and you can play around with this. Just come on daily, come be a member of my Discord, and just follow what we talk about with fake money here, with monopoly money. And you can actually buy and sell and trade in the demo mode and get a good feel for it before you do anything else. And so that's the best thing you could probably do as a trader, especially if you're new to crypto, is to do something like this, because then you start to follow market trends. You start to understand where the markets are going to go. You start to get a good feel for the ups and downs, and it just makes you a better overall trader. And so if crypto is something that you find yourself being a little bit passionate about and wanting to do and have fun with, then you have to take the steps into doing something like this. I'm not saying to go and bet your whole thing again, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying go in here, at least do demo trading and get a complete understanding of what these markets are doing. Did he say a price to buy in for XRP? No, we're still going to wait for this to come down. Yeah, for beginning 1 to 3x leverage, yes, maybe a 2x. You should really do some small leveraging. Yeah, hit that like. Appreciate that, man. Is it better to move a good chunk into Coinbase from my wallet to either quickly out or buy more? Yeah. You never want to leave it on exchanges, right? You can move it over there and do what you need to do with it, but don't leave it on there. Just got to work. Have a great day. You too, chat. Appreciate you, man. Breaking JFK departures grounded due to aircraft emergency. Damn. Took me a whole year to become a successful trader. Yeah, it takes a while, dude. But the good thing is if you find a good group of support, like our Discord, I mean, you find it a lot easier. There's people in there right now that this is their first week trading and they're doing a really good job. So you just got to have patience. You got to start somewhere. You got to, like I always tell my daughter when it comes to soccer, right? You only miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I tell her that all the time. I tell both of them that. You only miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So take the damn shot. Take the shots, dude. And if you have a demo mode in here, I mean, you're not losing anything, dude. Take the shots. Figure it out. You know what I mean? Austin, how much is it to join Discord? $199 a month, dude. The lowest I could possibly make it without, to get to $199 a month to come into Discord. That's what it takes to become a member here on the channel is $1.999 a month. And the only reason I do that is because I want to keep out spammers. I want to keep out bots. I want to keep out, people that don't want to be, just haters. It's just, that's all it is. It's just a little bit of a paywall to keep all the crazies out. Thanks, man. I figured as much. I feel like we went up so much so quick. Nowhere. Yeah, I get you, dude. Cameron, I'm with you. Yeah, 13-year-old chill out a little bit last night and this morning. Yeah. He's we had a good little talk. That's for sure. I never leave more than 1,000 on Coinbase. Yeah, you shouldn't. You should the only time you're going to move things over to Coinbase is to get it off either move it to another wallet or to move it to your bank account. One of the two. My kids want to take all driver's licenses, so I'm crypto profits. Oh, an Optimus. All right, Frankfurt. We're getting closer to him signing. We're about 10 minutes away, give or take, right? About 10 minutes away, I think. So we'll do it live here on stream. The hell is this? I don't even know what this is. I clicked on a link and it's like, that is crazy, dude. All right, we'll have to find a channel. I think it's going to come on here, Fox News probably. Oh my God, what's your premium? What's your premium member? I mean that's what it is, dude. There's nothing beyond that. Can I ask how long or shorts hit or how you get liquidated? Oh, you get liquidated based off the margin. So like if you do a 50x margin up here, dude, like you know what I mean? You're gonna like we'll just play this out. We'll just do this real quick. So if I want to buy, let's just say I want to buy let's actually move this over to XRP. Let me actually go over to the pro side. So you go over to like XRP, for instance. Right now it's at 344. You're like, okay, I want to put, I want to do a, let's just say we want to do a 10x margin, meaning that you're going to be doing a 10x. Oh man, it's going to lock me out. Gosh, sometimes it gets BTCs a little much. Come on. Kick me out. I got to get back in. I appreciate the security of it, even though this can get really annoying. I appreciate the security of it. Oh my God, that's it. Yeah, that's it, dude. I'm not here to gouge people on coming and kicking it with us. Let's see here. So let's give, for instance, let's just say that we want to do a 10x. We want to put, we want to do about 100. We want to margin $100, which right here is 99. So we're actually going to be at 1,000 USDT is what we're going to use because we got 10x at 100. That's 10. That's 1,000. So we're going to buy $1,000 worth of XRP. Okay. So right now it's telling us that if we push the buy on this, we're going to margin 100 of our own dollars. We're going to get $1,000 worth of XRP. And right now we're sitting around a liquidation price of $3.11. If you short the market, your liquidation price is $3.75. Means that XRP has to hit $375 for your short to get liquidated. On the reverse side, if you go long, meaning you hope the market goes up, that means that if the price would have to fall below 311 for your price to get liquidated. The good part here is that we're on isolated trading, meaning that you're only betting that you're only going to lose $100. Basically, is what it comes down to here because you're on isolated margin. If you're on cross margin, your whole portfolio is up for grabs. Okay, so that's what's nice about isolated margin. Okay. But if you move this to like, let's just say you move this to 50x, you're like, okay, I'm gonna borrow 50, do a 50x on this. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna margin $100. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna margin $100 here, which is $9.99 again. I'm now gonna get $5,000 in XRP, right? $5,000 towards it versus the 1,000 because now I'm doing a 50x. But you can see right now my estimated liquidation price is at 339. So it went from 311 to 339 with just the changing of your margin. So now your room for error or room for correction on this is very small. If this drops down to 339, right now it's at 344. If it drops down to 339, you get fully liquidated. So that's the difference between all those in a quick nutshell. Excuse me. CNBC Live. All right, he's going to be hopefully coming on here and signing soon. All right, we're live. Let's see. We'll see when he comes on live. I'll put the volume on. Okay. Let's do this actually. Boom. There you go. When he goes live, I'll move it on live. All right. We should be here in about 10 minutes probably. Can you describe your Discord because I've joined a few and it's not what I thought it would be. I mean, I think our Discord. I mean, I feel like my Discord's a lot different than others, but maybe I'll let the A team. I'll let people here that are in the Discord. I mean, I feel like our Discord's a lot different than others, but I mean, I guess I would feel like I'm trying to sell you on the Discord if I told you what it was like. So I'll let the other people tell you. Always put in a stop loss before you enter a leverage trade. Yeah, definitely put a stop loss in too. Dude, this is wow. Jeez, all right, playing some weird music. 375 Austin. Don't leave me thinking like that. I think you talked about it already, but could you mention how low XRP could currently drop based off the fair value gaps? Well, fair value gaps aren't always a certain thing, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, you could pull back on every hour chart and see it. So, I'm great. A buy low, sell high. Still learning. Yeah, I get you, Shannon. I'm great at buying low and selling high. Still learning leverage. It's definitely different. It's definitely different when you haven't really done it before. Just must have thought it was a hookup group. You guys are mean, dude. Best Discord. All right, TJ, thanks so much, man, for the 199 super chat. Best Discord ever. I appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. Just a bunch of like-minded guys and gals. Wanted to make some good trades. Just wanted to chat about crypto and life and chill. 199 you can possibly spend. Oh, dude, appreciate you, Mucker. Yeah, and TJ, thanks again for the 199 super chat. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's alive in the crypto sphere. Crypto is 100% a bona fide legit advice. Now, I agree. Chris Ridley, thanks so much for the $5, dude. His Discord is helpful and friendly, except when Austin types in number two. Tons of longs and shorts, traders that help you learn. Yeah, dude, I'm so it's crazy to see an XRP out of the $2 range. I keep saying two in the threes. We were in the twos for so damn long. We were in the twos for like 6 months. So to say three is kind of hard to say. So I appreciate you, Chris Ridley. Thank you so much, man. And we have people in the Discord. I mean, it's like it's around 24 hours. I mean, it's like everyone's in there 24/7. Not everyone, but I mean, like we have someone in there. People are in there talking nonstop 24/7. I mean, it's from all places around the world. I mean, Chris is from Italy. You got Mucker from the UK, I think. You got a lot of people that are all around. Space Lord, thanks so much for becoming a new member of the A Team. You're officially now a member of the channel. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much. And Andrew, thank you so much for holding it down over here on Discord, dude. I appreciate you so much, man. Always hold it down over here on the Discord side for me. Audio's acting up. I'm trying to. The audio's not on. The audio. You should be able to hear the audio. Oh, my audio went to shit. It's still pretty bad. Here, let's do this. Maybe that's better. Is that better? Okay, new mic. No, it was because I think it's because they were playing. It was playing audio in the background. Is that better? No, Austin, your audio. Your audio is my audio. Okay, that's better. Okay, so they were playing music in the background. That's why. Let's see here. Let's go find. Let me get out of this one. They're playing the stupid music in the background on the thing here. Let's see. Associate Press, CNBC. So many of these things are live. Yeah, it's all just like this thing's just sitting here. I thought it was my speakers. Yeah, my bad, dude. My bad. Ghost, what's up, my guy? Thanks so much for the $9.99 super chat here. The golden age returns. Hell yeah, dude. Ghost is a big time XRP guy. He's been holding it down for a long time, dude. And I know he's bought a shit ton of XRP, and he's probably one of the guys that's probably, he's up there in terms of just the excitement. I know you are, Ghost. I know you put in some good. We've had some good personal conversations. It's good to see you, my guy. Thanks so much, dude. Okay, glad the audio is better, dude. It's because they're playing the stupid music in the background. It was like, and so I think it was my mic was trying to like feed off of it. So yeah, I think that was what was causing it. To be 100% honest. Yeah, everyone's just waiting. CNBC's waiting. Everyone's just waiting right now for this to go live. But we're going up right now. Yeah, markets are looking the XRP back to 34.45 right now. So that's good. Happier than a pig and Ghost. I appreciate that, man. Thanks so much for the super chat too. Darn dog in here. I need a financial advice. XRP going up like a drop on a faucet. Yeah, it's right now we're sitting at 34. I mean, this thing came down just slightly in the last hour, right? We're coming down. The last hour was kind of a little blip. You can see, and then we came back down to about 342, and now we're back up to 345. So about 3 cent swing right there, which is pretty wild when you think about that. What's up, Killwell? Good to see you, buddy. The audio is much better. Yeah, that's my bad, dude. Sorry about that. Hey, found your channel on the phone. Who's Fan $4 in 2 hours. You think $4 in 2 hours? I mean, I'm okay. The trends are showing that we probably start running again on Saturday morning and into Sunday and Monday. It seems to be the last 3 weeks of trends have been Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We start to sort of come up out of it. So I'm hoping we keep that trend going alive, dude. Yeah, Fan was going at it. Fan was about to knock out our son. Dumb question. What is a super chat? Super chat is like I guess you can like highlight. You can pay to highlight a comment or a statement. So, and I think like I said, a lot of people do it, and I'm super appreciative. No one has the super chat, and there's a ton of people that just do, and I don't know. I appreciate you guys for it. What a crazy week! It's been a crazy week, dude. It's been a crazy week. Do you feel comfortable buying here? Wow, would you buy more XRP at this price, or will it drop again? Trump's. We're waiting for him to sign right now. Hopium, we're smoking hard. I'm still in the long. You called with the stop loss up tight. Oh, you talking about a pipeline? You bought at the 235 marker pipeline? Hell yeah, bro. That's a good buy. 235. Is that the one you're talking about? That was a good one. Yeah, and I appreciate that a ton. Stepping into grace. Like, I don't think you guys realize how much that's 239. That's a good one. 239. That's a good buy. Thomas, hey Austin, left from the UK. Haven't been able to watch your lives, but always tune in before bed. Thanks for always turning up, even when the markets are red. My bags have never looked so good. I appreciate you, Thomas. Thomas from the UK. Yeah, man. Those are the hardest times. The red days are the hardest times. And unfortunately, when the markets turn red, that's usually when everyone stops talking about it, right? That's usually when all the influencers turn off their lives. All the influencers will stop making content, right? Right when things go bad. They'll all be here when things are good, but they'll all be gone when things are bad. So you got to work through that. Yeah, dude, we stream. We try to stream as much as possible Monday through Friday, and sometimes Saturday, Sunday. Like tomorrow will be hard. I probably will not be on stream tomorrow. We got 2 games up in Seattle. We got 2 games for soccer for the kids on Saturday and Sunday, both at 9 and 11, and the other one's at 9 and 10. So yeah, it's gonna be quite crazy. Support through the red too. Yeah, you got to support through the red. Those are the hardest times. Those are the hardest time for everyone is the red. Yeah, we're pumping up right now, dude. We are past red days today. The door closes and the bull run ignites. The bull run started on July 16th. That's when the actual, not the bull run, but the actual pump, right? Started on July 16th. We seem to every bull run 2013, 17, and 21. We've had that's the actual date of when it happens. When I hear influencers, I can imagine Beavis and Butthead. Stream us a soccer game, bro. That'd be so hard. Plus, I gotta learn. I gotta have patience with the soccer, dude. I like this weekend. I'm gonna really practice my patience of not saying anything to my daughters while they play. I have to. This is gonna be the weekend where I figure that out, and I'm gonna shock Fan. Then I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna sit there and just let them do their thing. I'm not even gonna cheer when they do something great. I'm just gonna sit there quietly the whole time and just stare with a smile. I gotta have a smile on my face. With a smile on my face, because if I have an angry look on my face, then my daughters are like, "What did I do?" Can you? And I'm not even. I'm just sitting there like normal. Liar. I'm gonna do it, dude. I'm gonna do it. Can you have someone help me access Discord? I can't access the rules. Been trying to forever, unable to get a hold of anyone to help. Well, the good thing is you got ASMR Fan here in the chat, and she is the queen of helping people get into Discord. So good at it that she has become the designated Discord gatekeeper. Austin, I have hit every long so far on Bitcoin and ETH in the past week. Dude, that's so badass, Ghost. I know you'd be out there killing it too. That was the hardest lesson for me to learn. I am a parent, not a coach. Dude, it's so hard. So freaking hard, dude. I can't even explain how hard it is. Dude, come on. All right. We're going to start playing it now. Man, they are really annoying with this music. This music is like super annoying. Like, gosh dang. Let's see. Uh, Monte Sweet, thanks so much for the $2, dude. Do you have any longs for XRP you're looking to make? I'm probably going to wait for this to. I do not have any longs in right now. I did call for it, but I wasn't in a position to buy. And so yeah, it's going to be very interesting to sort of see where this goes. Right now, we're actually going up 346, 37. Like I said, I'm not going to be short in the markets. If anything, we're only long in markets, but I do not have any plays in right now. So appreciate that. Thanks so much for the $2. We got Alpha Cry. Thanks so much for the 184 AED. Bro, you check out Floki looking immense. We looked at it yesterday, actually. Floki was looking pretty good. I'll give you that, dude. Right? Floki, a top tier meme coin, right? It's in the top 100 meme coins. It actually was looking pretty good yesterday. I'll give you that. I'll give you that a ton. And thanks so much for the super chat. I did pull it up last night on stream. I was feeling generous last night on stream. Cool. I just subbed. Hope it helps you guys out. I just posted in the super chat section on Discord. Check it out, A-Team. Okay. Cool. Uh-oh. Got these. We got to make sure we get our ads in here. Come on. We're just waiting for Trump in. I have the volume down because obviously it's distorted when I'm talking and there's music. Floki, yeah, that dude was... Why did Mike C ask for help then? Oh, I don't know. Where are you at, Mike C? Can we hit 100? Can we hit 91,000 subs? That'd be badass, right? Sign the bitch. Let's go. Chris from Italy coming in hot with the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Chris, for gifting 20 memberships to the A-Team. You are awesome. Those 20 new members, welcome to the A-Team. Make sure you guys say thank you to Chris. And like I said, those 20 new members, welcome. We'll see you over in Discord, guys. Get over into Discord. Come kick it with us. 20 gifted memberships. Gosh, dang, dude. That's so amazing. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Chris. Honestly. Don't you all be wasting fans' time. Hello from Michigan. What's up, Nicole? I don't like rug pulls. I feel meme coins are trash. Yeah. There's a lot of those out there, Moon Man. How do we join Discord? It's Rewriter or Drider. Is it Red Rider? Oh, Red Rider. It's hard to read that, dude. It's Red Rider. You got to come over to the YouTube side. You got to come over to YouTube, become a member of the channel. It's $1.99. Meme coins are booty. Some people feel that meme coins are great. There's JD Vance right there. JD Vance shaking the hands of what's his name? Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. Yeah, this is gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I've never been on Discord, but I want to join. Yeah, just become a member of the A-Team. You'll be on there and come kick it with us. We got Busted Flakes. Thanks so much for becoming a member of the A-Team. You're officially now a member of the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. And welcome. Mega Million. Right now XRP is at 349.21. We got Bitcoin sitting at roughly 117.610. I mean, things are kind of trying to work their way up. XLM still at 47, HBAR still at 26.8. So things are kind of flattening out. Like it's kind of a flat market right now. Whatever happened to Pure Wallet? Pure Wallet's still lingering. Pure Wallet's still there. We're hoping it launches here soon, man. Ian, we're still hoping it launches soon, man. Meme coins can be dangerous. They will eat your lunch. Oh, yeah, dude. Can I get a free Discord A-Team? Javier. They making us wait? They are making us wait, dude. 11:40. I think they said 11:40 is when he's going to come on, so it's 11:45. JD Vance is in the house here, so I mean, I'm assuming that he's probably Trump's probably not far behind him. So once he comes out, I'll turn the volume on, and we'll listen. All right. I think we might be going up. We made a pattern like this at the $3 mark. Yeah, we'll monitor the charts right now and see what happens. We're actually coming down slightly right now. XRP is back down to 345.89, and you can see over the last 2 hours we've been kind of flat. So, and trends are coming downward right now. So I would not be shocked. I mean, I'm not going to bet against it, but I wouldn't be shocked if we continue a little bit of a downward trend. I think as the signing gets out around world, we should have positive momentum. Yeah, just now that could happen, right? Damn, Chris, holy crap, bro. Chris coming in hot with 50 gifted memberships. Damn, Chris. Thank you so much for gifting 50 memberships to the A-team. Wow, dude. That is crazy. That's like $100 worth of memberships just given out right there. Plus your 20, dude. Like, gosh dang. Chris, appreciate you a ton, man. Thank you so much for gifting 50 memberships to the A-team. Hopefully someone here got gifted a membership. If Chris gifted you a membership, please say thank you to Chris. And those 50 new members, welcome to the A-team. Gosh dang. 50 new members on the A-team right there. Holy crap, bro. And if you got that, you could definitely jump into the Discord, bro. Wow. Dude, appreciate you, man. Damn. You guys are all too kind. That is crazy. That is awesome. That is super awesome. Aaron, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A-team. You're officially now a member of the channel. Thank you, man. Oh, so much. And wow. Incredible, dude. So I got to pay here and then I'm allowed in the Discord. That's usually how it works. Yeah. Unless you get gifted a membership. Like Chris just gave out 70 memberships. That's crazy, dude. Crazy. And yeah, thanks so much. Now start that VIP channel. I know I need to do it. It's like, I appreciate you, Chris. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. I know I need to do it. It's just hard. It's just, it's because I don't want to take away from what the Discord has already been. Like that's been my biggest thing, right? The Discord has provided so much for so many people. And if you do a VIP thing, you kind of take away. And that's kind of that's what I'm trying to get over. I'm trying to get over that hurdle of that feeling. So it looks like they're starting to pan in on potentially Trump walking in here. We'll go live. As soon as he comes in, I'll shut up and let him go live. Who can beat that 50? Let's go. Yeah. I remember the stream a month or so ago that this happened. Also 50 gifted, 100 gifted, another 50. Yeah, that was a couple months ago. That was probably back in January, dude, when we had that stream. That was almost 6 months ago, Tony, when we were having that kind of stuff. Here comes Trump. I'm going to be quiet now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
They're going hard. Here we go, baby.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully the audio is good.
Tom. Keep going. We worked hard. We worked hard. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, we worked hard. It's a very important act, the Genius Act. They named it after me, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you. This is a hell of an act. I did something very unusual. I said, this has been something, a lot of people thought it was impossible, some of the things that have been done. And of course, the great big, I added the word great, the great big, beautiful bill, that was something that nobody thought possible. They thought it would be in anywhere from 7 to maybe 3. I'll go the opposite direction, but 3 to 7 different bills. And we said, let's just put it in one, because this way there's something for everyone. And there really is. There's a lot of things for everyone. And when we get the word out how great that is for every single person in this country, virtually, and all they have is a soundbite, death. You know what their soundbite is? Death. Aren't they nice? Death. They are the most incompetent people. They've lost their confidence. They've lost everything, if you think about it. But Jasmine Crockett is on her way. She's on her way. That's just, She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble. But I have to tell you, that was great, and this was great. And I am so tired of making phone calls at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, getting calls from our great speaker. Sir, we have 12
As
hard
high as I
no's.
can make
said,
it.
Mike, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We have 12 hard no's. The good news is I call up. Hello, Jim. How are you? Sir, you have my vote. Boom. Sir, you have my vote. I really they just want a little love. Unfortunately, it's always the same. It's always the same 12 people. That's it. It's 5 senators and it's 12 congressmen. And I actually said to John Thune and I said to Mike, I said, listen, I want to have a party, but not to those people that I have to speak to endlessly every time. And they're wonderful because they always seem to come through, other than a couple. Rand Paul Jr. from Congress and Rand Paul from, other than a few people. But I said, I want to have them over. We're going to have a party for everybody in Congress, everyone in Congress except 12. We're going to have, and Mike is, Tom, I'll tell you what, Tom is definitely coming. The whole group, where are those 12 people? They're the only people I don't see. We could do it today. We don't have to vote. And I would say of the 53 senators, 48, we're going to have 48 in here. You won't even have to come to that one. But these are the greatest people because they always vote yes, and we don't have to go crazy. You trust us, we trust you. And it's been a very special group of people. 96% phenomenal and 4% extremely difficult. Do you agree with that? But they get there, most of them, not all of them. Those are the ones we really don't like. But I want to thank you all for being here. This is really a big day. This afternoon, we take a giant step to cement American dominance of global finance and crypto technology as we sign the landmark Genius Act into law. So congratulations to everybody. This is a big deal. You've come a long way since the Biden administration, when they had no idea what you were all talking about, and half of you were under arrest for no reason whatsoever. True, for no reason. And we want to have it, not China. China wasn't actually happy. They were watching this. They like it, and we've got this. We've got AI. We've got a lot of great ones happening, and this is a very big thing. And I want to thank the bill's author, Senator Bill Haggerty, a very good friend of mine. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's a very handsome guy. Looks great. He's got the whole package. But, I got to know him. He was ambassador to Japan. And we had a little problem with Japan on trade. But he was my ambassador to Japan. And I went to Japan, and he is speaking fluently Japanese. I said, did you learn it as a child? No, I just learned it over the last 4 or 5 months. I said, you learn Japanese, maybe the single hardest language to learn. It's actually breathing rather than, it's breathing. I'm not going to imitate it because we'll end up with a big story, and I don't want that. But he spoke totally fluent Japanese. I said, that's very impressive. And he was introducing me to Mr. Honda. I said, oh, are you in the car business? He goes, yes. I said, you're a very rich man. And then he said, Mr. Toyota, right? Toyota. And I said, what business are you in? Let me guess. He said, cars. He was my interpreter. And I was so impressed. And I was getting ready to leave. He said, sir, I'd like to run for the United States Senate. I said, where are you from? He said, Tennessee. I said, well, I love Tennessee, but do they know you there? No, but if you endorse me, I'll win, right? And I endorsed him, and he took a 48-point lead. And they didn't know who the hell he was. And he's turned out to be a great senator. And now they all know who you are. Yeah, so you're fantastic. And we thank you. And just the fact that you're doing this and you understand this is a complicated world, and you understand it, Bill. So you've been great. Thank you very much. We're also pleased to be joined by our great Vice President, J.D. Vance. J.D., thank you very much. Good job. And he's been up speaking late at night on the phone. I said, JD, how about you taking 3 or 4 of these people, please? Because 3 or 4 I cannot speak to. I just can't. And he'd take them and he'd come through, right, JD? Also, Speaker Mike Johnson. He is unbelievable. He's an unbelievable. I mean, if you go by what we're doing, if you keep at this pace, you can't keep it up for another 200 days. But I will tell you this, if you keep up this pace for another week, you go down as the greatest speaker in the House in history. So one more week. One more week. Who needs Tip O'Neill? Who needs Tip O'Neill? He's better looking than Tip O'Neill, too. But no, he's been going at a fervent pace. Would you say that's right? Your wife probably says, you are crazy. You've been aging beautifully in front. He's an amazing speaker, a great leader, and everybody likes him and respects him. And that's why we're with a very small majority, like 3. We had a time when we were 1. Remember? We said we're 1 heart attack away from losing the House. Then we won a couple of seats and a couple of other. Now we have 7, maybe if we're lucky, 7. But we win with nobody's ever done. I don't think anyone's ever done this before. To win with those small. We had a little help from Tom too, right, and a lot of other people. I want to introduce also Secretary Howard Lutnick, who's been fantastic. You have done a great job, Howard. We've got trade deals coming out of our ears, right? We got so many trade deals. They're all calling so many, and I really mean this too. It's like, how do you deal with so many? But, I always say when we send out the paper, that was a deal. They don't want the fake news doesn't want to hear that. When I send out the paper that you're paying 35 or 40% tariff, that's a deal. Then they'll call and see if they can make a little bit different kind of a deal, like opening up their country to trade. In some cases, they've never been opened. But we're doing well, and we have a couple of big ones to announce pretty soon, right? Could almost do it today. Maybe we'll say it. Maybe later on we'll do it. Senator Bernie Moreno, a great victory. Bernie had great victory. A great victory. That was one of the truly tough races. A lot of people weren't sure anybody could win that seat, and you won it in easy fashion, right? We won it together when you think of it. But you won it in easy fashion. You did a great job. Great guy. House Majority Whip. This is a great leader, Tom Emmer, a great politician and leader. Really good. And I like his wife even better. His wife is, she's the boss, but you are married to a fantastic woman, huh? And he knows that, and he likes hearing it because some people don't. They say, "Sir, could you please stop saying that my wife is better than me, sir?" Those are guys that don't usually end up with a good marriage, He's got a great marriage. So thank you, Tom. You really are a fantastic leader and representative. And Representatives Troy Downing, French Hill. Where's French Hill? Where is French? You have been so great. Thank you, French. I spoke to him a little late. He was walking down the hall. I said, French. He said, I'm there, sir. You are great, great, great guy. Everyone respects you, French. You know that. Bill Heisinger. Bill, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good job. Dan Muser. I thought he was going to become the next governor of Pennsylvania, but he likes Congress better, I guess, huh? So, but I think you're terrific. And, I would have always been behind you. That I can tell you. Tim Moore. Tim, thank you, Tim. John Rose. John? Hi, John. Thanks. Good job. Brian Stile. Brian Stile. Still young. Still nice and young. That's good. G.T. Thompson. G.T. Thank you. Andy Barr, good friend of all of ours. Thank you, Andy. Monica De La Cruz. Monica, she's here someplace. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Monica. Mike Haradopoulos. Mike. Thank you, Mike. Look good. Mike Lawler, Mr. Salt. Well, it should guarantee your district. I mean, you worked hard for New York, right? and you're on television, I'm on television, so this should be good for a couple of points. But without you and your couple of friends from New York, that wouldn't have happened. That was not easy, right? Congratulations. Great job. Anna Paulina Luna. Anna, who is so great. I don't, even if she's here or not here, I want to tell you that she has been so great and worked so hard to make sure we got it approved. Ralph Norman. Ralph? What happened to Ralph? Nick Begich. Nick, thank you, Nick. Good job. Good job. Good votes. I just saw a great poll on you, huh? Very good. Congratulations, Nick. Andy
you, Marty.
Ogles. Andy, who's a terrific friend. Beth Van Dyne. Beth, thank you, Beth. Great job. Thank you. Thank you very much for the great support. Roger Williams, a great baseball player who also had to take a bullet, unfortunately, but he is a great guy. He was involved in that whole catastrophe, but he's fantastic and has been from day one, along with a lot of other people that I won't call out because I have no idea where the hell you are. I think I saw Jason here somewhere. Where's Jason? Oh, it's lucky I called him. Ooh, it's lucky. They didn't put your name because I invited you at the last moment, right? He was over there doing some business in the White House. But you've been incredible in your position. Nobody knows more about taxes and finance than you do, so we appreciate it, right? Is that true, Howard? It's true. Thanks, Jason. Great job. And you'll help out with that other matter. You make him so strong and powerful, right? Along with Deputy Secretary of Treasury, Michael Faulkender. Where's Michael? Good, Michael. How are you? Good. You'll help out over there, okay? And Ambassador Ken Howry. Ambassador? Thank you, Ken. Great job, Ken. I also want to recognize some of the countless industry leaders here today, including Brian Armstrong of Coinbase. You've done a good job, Brian. That's a big deal. Dave Ripley of Kraken. Okay. Thank you, Dave. Jeremy Allaire of Circle. This is a big day. Good job. Good job, Jeremy. Paolo Ardino of Tether. Paolo, thank you, Paolo. Ryan McInerney of Visa. That's a good company. Thank you. Chris Pavlovsky of Rumble. Chris, what happened to your location, Chris? You're always a front row guy. You're just being nice today, I think. How's Rumble doing? Good? Good. If Rumble's doing good, that means Truth is doing good. Truth. That's great. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Chris, very much. Vlad Tenev of Robinhood. Vlad, thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Vlad. Good. Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss. These are two smart, handsome guys. They got the whole package. They're of Gemini, but they have the whole pack. They're of a lot of things, actually, but Gemini's just the one for today, right? They've got the whole, they've got the look, they've got the genius, got plenty of cash, and it's great that you're on our side. You guys are great. I can never tell them apart, but their mother can. I asked, can your mother tell you apart? And the answer is yes, right? Easily, or is it tough for her? Easy, I figure. Good. You guys have been great. Thank you very much. Great to be with you. Let me say the entire crypto community, for years, you were mocked and dismissed and counted out. You were counted out as little as a year and a half ago. But this signing is a massive validation. And even before this signing, over the last year and a half, I think your stuff has gone up more than any stock, or just about more. A couple of stocks that were pretty good, I will say. But you have certainly, as an industry, gone up more than anybody. Nobody's gained the respect in such a short period of time. But this signing is a massive validation of your hard work and your pioneering spirit and your ability to never give up, because a lot of people would have given up 2-3 years ago. So I want to thank you for contributing to the incredible strength of America. This is going to make it stronger, and congratulations on this incredible achievement. You've made our dollar look really good and strong and powerful. It's good for the dollar and it's good for the country. And that's why I backed you at an early stage. And I also did it for the votes, because you did come out and vote. I will tell you. And they changed tune, Biden's team, they changed tune right in the middle of the campaign. All of a sudden, they loved you guys. They dropped all charges. They did have, I got you guys out of so much trouble. And you know what? I don't think anybody voted for them, right? Because you remember, they treated you very unfairly, actually. So it's a great honor that we were involved. And it was a tremendous amount of support that we got at the polls. We won. Think of it, we won every swing state. We won by millions of votes. We won the popular vote. We won the districts by 2,750. Think of that, to 505. Different districts too, by the way. Every once in a while that number can change, but it doesn't change by much. The map was almost totally red, and you guys were with us right from the beginning. Exactly 1 year ago this month, many of you were with me in Nashville, Tennessee. Do you remember that day, right? That was a big day, Nashville, Tennessee, when I became the first presidential candidate ever to address the Bitcoin conference. And at that time, crypto builders and founders were under relentless assault by the...
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Were vicious, incompetent, but vicious. Well, Joe was an incompetent guy, but he was always known as a vicious guy. I guess if you're going to be in that, you're probably off. If they're incompetent is better, right? Because you don't want to have a vicious guy that's competent. If you did, I wouldn't be standing here today, right? But I pledged that we would bring back American liberty and leadership and make the United States the crypto capital of the world, and that's what we've done. And under the Trump administration, this is only going further. You're going to do really well. I mean, I'm so proud of what you've done in the last couple of years, and very important. On day one, I remember I did this and I said this and I mentioned this name, and I got the greatest applause of the whole campaign. We fired Joe Biden's SEC chair, Gary Gensler. We fired him. But I remember I was making a speech, and it was just a line in a speech. And I said, and I will fire Gary Gensler. The place exploded. I said, I finished like one, and I said, what the hell did that guy do? There was a lot of hatred there, I'll tell you. And it turned out, as I got familiar with everything, it turned out you were absolutely right. In his place, I appointed a visionary chairman who wants America to build the future and not block the future. He's going to be unbelievable. He'll go down as one of the greats. And Paul Atkins, where are you, Paul Atkins? And Paul, the crypto guys, everybody said, not only crypto, every industry, they all wanted Paul for the position. And he's a tough cookie, too. But they actually said, we don't care. We just think he's fair. All they wanted was fairness. And they have somebody that you're really a champion of the street and you're a champion of the country. You're going to do a fantastic job. I saw you interviewed the other night. I watched it about 2 o'clock in the morning. There was a little thing called C-SPAN, which I don't know how many people were watching. Don't worry, you were on primetime, too, but they happen to have a little rerun. I don't want to embarrass you. But fantastic job, really. You are absolutely so perfect for the job. Congratulations, Paul. And Paul is here today among the commissioners, various commissioners, including Hester Pierce and Mark Yoida. Hester and Mark Yoida. Thank you, Hester. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mark, wherever you may be. Is Mark here? Oh, stand up, Mark. I didn't... Good. Thank you. Good job. Good. I'm glad I gave you a second crack you didn't hear because of the thunderous applause for Hester. But thank you. I heard tremendous things about both of you. Thank you very much. My first week in office, I also established the first ever presidential working group on digital assets. And we have an executive director. Where's Bo Hines? Bo Hines. Hi, Bo. And Bo is a great football player, right? Bo is a great football player, one of the better players in college football. So I know you from that also. See, who would think that I know that? I know a lot of things, Bo, but he was a champion player. I stopped the weaponization of government against crypto and Bitcoin, and we ended the lawless operation Choke Point 2.0. That was a bad operation. And I kept my promises to the community and granted a full presidential pardon to Ross Ulbricht. Ross Ulbricht. And you have no idea how important that name became. It was like a symbol, and his mother was unbelievable. His mother was an unbelievable woman, but it was so important to a certain group of people. And in the truly momentous act last March, I signed an executive order establishing the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, as well as the United States Digital Asset Stockpile. And that's all signed up. And with today's signing, we're pushing even further into the exciting new frontier. Just as I promised last year, the Genius Act creates a clear and simple regulatory framework to establish and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins. This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes? If you say yes, I'm saying yes. I think it's great that you're involved, I will tell you. Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state of the art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after I really met you for the first time? The Genius Act provides banks, businesses, and financial institutions a framework for issuing crypto assets backed one for one with real US dollars, treasury bills, and other cash equivalents. It's really strengthening the dollar and giving the dollar great prominence. And, you know, you have this little group called BRICS. It's fading out fast. But BRICS is, they wanted to try and take over the dollar, the dominance of the dollar and the standard of the dollar. And I said, anybody that's in the BRICS consortium of nations, we're going to tariff you 10%. And they had a meeting the following day, and almost nobody showed up. They said, "Leave me alone. We didn't want to." They didn't want to be tariffed, did they, Howard? Huh? So it's amazing. No, we're not going to let the dollar slide. If we have a smart president, you're never going to let the dollar slide. If you have a dummy, that could happen. Like the last one, he would. If you ever asked him about the dollar sliding, he would have no idea. But we can't let that ever happen again. Consumers, vendors, and people all over the world will then be able to use those stable coins for ultra low cost transactions that are cleared and settled in a matter of seconds rather than weeks and months. And it's really an amazing thing. And with the privacy, flexibility, and decentralization of cash, this revolution has the potential to supercharge American economic growth and empower billions of people to save and transfer in U.S. dollars. It's really all backed by the dollars. It's really a great thing. And a lot of, you know, we had a lot of Democrat support. I have to tell you that. I was shocked anytime you get one but we had a tremendous amount of Democrat support, which we appreciate, and which just shows you that you're doing the right thing. This will increase demand for U.S. Treasuries, lower interest rates, and secure the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency for generations to come. The reserve currency is so important. You know, if we lost that, that would be like losing a world war. We can never let anyone play games with us. And that's why when I heard about this group from BRICS, 6 countries basically, I hit them very, very hard. And if they ever really form in a meaningful way, it will end very quickly. I will tell you, for them, they won't be gone very long. I don't think they'll even do it. They're virtually afraid to meet. I also remain fully committed to my pledge never to allow the creation of a central bank digital currency in America. It won't happen. My first. Thank you. And the other night, I will say, with some of the congressmen and women, they wanted that so badly. That was so important to them. I was impressed that they knew what the hell it was, to be honest with you. Please, sir, please, the central bank digital currency. Well, you have to make sure, sir. And I'm saying, what do you know about that? It's amazing the knowledge that people have gained all of a sudden. We had a lot of problems with some of them. I said, we've already got it from the Fed, right? From Commerce and from an executive order. You don't need it a fourth time. Sir, we have to get it. It's amazing. But they knew their subject, though, didn't they, huh? And we helped them out. My first week in office, I signed an executive order to ban the creation of a CBDC in the United States. And very soon I look forward to signing legislation that will codify and make it a permanent law, put it in permanence. I'm also committed to signing landmark crypto market structure legislation this year to grow the industry. We're going to be growing it even more than people ever thought. It's a really hot industry. And for a little while, 2 nights ago, we were a little concerned because we were a little short on votes. Like, I would say maybe we were about 9 short. 9 short at 3 in the morning. We were about 4 short at 3:30 in the morning. And we were in good shape at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? But the people, and few people have fought harder for the bill than we're signing than some of the people here today. You have been unbelievable. It's our White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, who has done such a great job. And he has a show now. He's become a showman, but a couple of years ago, it's probably 2 years ago now in San Francisco, and I did his show. And I heard he's a very smart guy, and we had a great show. You've kept it going a lot longer, and is that still your highest rated ever show? Oh, he knows what to say. He knows what. He had a rating that he had millions and millions of people. He said, "What's going on?" But we had a great show. And I said, that guy's really smart. I said, if I get elected, I was running at that time. If I get elected, we're going to bring him into government in some ways. He's worth a fortune. He's made a lot of money. He's a very rich billionaire. But this is more important, isn't it? This is me too. It's like, doesn't matter. This is much. I know Howard and I talk about it all the time. Howard could go back to his wonderful brokerage firm, hire 1 or 2 people, and it's not the same as what you're doing, right? We're doing the biggest deals in the world. Actually, the deal we're doing now in tariffs is the biggest, when you add it up, the biggest deal ever made in history. It could be 1,000 IBMs. I mean, if you think of it, it's the biggest deal ever done. So it's hard to go back to a brokerage firm and, make $79,000 commission on the sale of a stock, right? It's true. But I want to ask David. So David's been fantastic. He's done an incredible job. And I'd like to ask David to come up, say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All right, thank you, President Trump. It's a great honor to be here, and it's true that I'd never expected to work in government at all, and then everything changed after President Trump came on my podcast, and I accepted this job as crypto czar because I thought it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to work for a president who really wants to get things done for the American people, and if anything, that's been an understatement. The first 6 months of this administration have been more successful than any administration in American history. What's been done? It's just been incredible. President Trump has worked at tech speed. We're used to working fast in Silicon Valley, but even this is fast for us in Silicon Valley, the speed at which you move President Trump. It's really incredible. And now today, you have another historic legislative achievement that is a monumental step to fulfilling your promise to making the United States the crypto capital of the world. This Genius Act will unlock American dominance in the crypto industry by creating clear rules of the road. It will update archaic payment rails with a revolutionary new payment system, and it will extend U.S. dollar dominance, like you said, globally, by creating a digital dollar that people all over the world can use. And for every digital dollar in a crypto wallet, there'll be a traditional dollar in a US bank account, which will create trillions of dollars of demand for US treasuries. So that is the power of this bill, is US dollar dominance. This is a huge promise made and promise kept by President Trump. And there's just a few other people I'd like to thank. First, my family for being here. Thank you. And Bo Hines, who President Trump mentions, the director of our crypto council, he really did the heavy lifting here. So, Bo, I just want to thank you again. And my chief of staff, Tracy Johnson, as well, who also does the heavy lifting. And Bill Haggerty and French Hill and all the congressmen and senators who have already been mentioned by President Trump, so I'll save the time, but it was really been an honor to work with all of you. This was really a team effort, but most of all, I want to thank President Trump for accomplishing what nobody thought was possible. And it's true that just earlier this week, the media was reporting that this bill was dead. This bill was dead. And then the media didn't know one thing, that we had a secret weapon. We have a deal maker in chief. And thanks to President Trump, he stepped in and saved this bill. And it's because of your vision, your leadership, your determination, your skill that we're all here today. So thank you very much, President Trump. Thank you.
Is that Laura? Please come. Just come here. This is our superstar. She was the head of the Republican Party, and nobody complained about anything. We went on to great. This is Laura Trump, married to a young gentleman named Eric. They have beautiful 2 children, but she has been so good. She stepped into that position like it was nothing that we won, and she said, "Dad, I'd like to go home right now to my beautiful husband and my son and daughter, Red, but you did a fantastic job, and you worked with a great gentleman, too. He's doing a fantastic job. But I just want to thank you. I just saw you standing back there. I wanted to bring her in. Thank you very much, Laura. Thank you. So under the Trump administration, I mean, I just got back from Saudi Arabia, and we went to Qatar. We went to a number of countries, and I will tell you the level of respect that this country has now is incredible. The UAE, I tell you what, we had a time there, but every leader said the same thing. They said 1 year ago, your country was dead. And they'd say it that way. It was like, I didn't know whether I was supposed to be happy or insulted, but the truth is we were in deep trouble. But they said 1 year ago, your country was dead. And today you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And it's true. We have the hottest country in the world. We had a country, we were a laughingstock with the borders, people pouring in. Can you imagine last month, in the month of June, actually, 0. Now, I don't even believe that, 0, because you have hundreds of thousands pouring in, and then all of a sudden it's 0. But they have it down as 0. And very liberal people take that particular toll. It's a liberal group. So they're not giving us any favors. It's 0 people coming through our border. Can you imagine that? From literally hundreds of thousands and millions pouring in from all over the world. They came from all over the world. They came from prisons, jails. They came from mental institutions, gang members. There were gangs. They came from all over the place, from every country. They came from the Congo in Africa, a lot from the Congo. They came from South America. A lot of came from Venezuela. They emptied their jails into our country. Can you imagine? They allowed that, emptied their jails into our country, and they let them walk right into our country like perfect. 11,888 committed murder. 50% committed more than one person. They murdered more than one person. 50% of 11,888. And we had murderers, and we're getting them out, and Tom Homan and Christie are doing a great job. That Tom Homan, I'll tell you, is he central casting or what? And he takes abuse, but they just keep fighting, and they're winning, and we're winning in the courts, so we're winning everywhere. But we've got the hottest country in the world, and you're a big part of it. So the golden age of America is upon us, and with today's signing, the future of crypto and the crypto industry, the U.S. dollar working together, because they really are hand in hand, is going to be stronger and bigger and better than ever before. And I just want to thank everybody, some tremendous people in this room. And maybe when I sign, I'll ask some of our great senators and congressmen to come on up. Some of the top crypto guys, please come on up because you guys work very hard on this. And we'll sign this and we'll get on to the next battle and we'll win. But we're winning all over the world right now. It's not even close, not even close. And we're going to keep it going. Thank you, everybody, very much. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy, dude. I will admit, man, that's quite the speech. He definitely knows how to give a speech, and it was pretty cool for him to actually go out there and congratulate each and every one. He's actually signing it right now, as you can see. Really, really cool to see him go out there and give kudos to everyone that worked hard on it. And yeah, you can see right now he's officially signing the Genius Act. And I'll turn the volume back up, see if we can hear him.
Scandal. If that were a Republican, it would really be a big scandal. But it is one of the great scandals of our time. Thank you very much, everybody.
You can see Brian Armstrong back there. You can see the twins right there. Yeah, pretty crazy when you start to really think about this. You got Tom Holman right there, or not? You got what's his name? Not Tom Holman. Oh my gosh, Emmers right there. Tom Emmers. Yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool to sort of see this all play out. I gotta say, man, long time coming for this to actually go into law. Officially now in law. We'll sort of see where the markets go now. I'm going to turn off the screen here and let's look at some charts here. I want to look at some charts. So we're going to pull up the charts and see where we're at right now. I mean, the markets did come back up here. You can see we went up to 346. Bitcoin started to come back just a tad bit as well during this. You can see right here on the 1 hour, we did get back to the 117.815. The 4 hour is still sitting up here around the 119. But not a big level of support sitting around the 117.41. XRP, again, nice rise over the last 1 hour. You can see probably since we have about 30 minutes for a new 4 hour candle to come in here. This current four hour candle is looking really nice. The next question is, where do we go from here? Some people said that we're going to, I've read in the comments, some people said that we're going to dump. You can still see that this 1 hour is still saying that a 351 is possible. Around a 6% on this. Right now, the 1 hour is working its way back up here. Are we going to do something like this? Again, every one of these little ups and downs that we see here, we usually have a little bit of a correction again, up and down right here. We'll see what this 1 hour plays out like. We'll see if we can continue the trend or not. So, dang, did you all see that bald headed? Oh my gosh. I don't get Tether. How can you make any money on Tether? Well, you can't. We don't make money on Tether, but Tether makes money in this. And the exchanges make a ton of money off the trading and the use of Tether. So that's where the money's made. President and governors only use pens one time, so that ink is always fresh. So they gave them out after they used it. That's pretty cool. Brad's out working for the shareholders. Yeah, it's hovering, Brad. Yeah, Brain's hanging out with me. Looks like a bull flag on that 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. You go to this 1 hour right here, it's pretty hard to not recognize where this is at. Like I said, even we're talking about small retracement. We could stay flat here for today, right? And it's still looking very bullish. You go back and you look at the previous ones before these pumps. Like, let's go back to the 4 hour here. You can see right here, we consolidated, right? Consolidated here. This was a Saturday pump right here. And we went into the weekend. So this started on Saturday. This was Friday. This was Thursday, Friday right here. You can see we came down, we consolidated for roughly 4, 8, 12, 16, 24 hours basically. And I mean, we can go down and even look at the last Thursday, Friday. I mean, you can right here. This is a Thursday, Friday. We came down, consolidated. right around here for a good 4, 8, 12, so almost 24 hours again. So I wouldn't be shocked if this is something that we hang around in this area and challenge this this level. But I mean, right now everything's still super bullish. There's nothing bearish about what the heck we're looking at right now. Now it's just a matter of trying to find entry points and good entry points to get in for the next leg. And like I said, if you're following the trend, we're saying Saturday is going to be the next leg. Is this a good time to start the DCA? I mean, there's always a good time. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to build right now. Are you trying to build a long-term bag? Are you trying to build a short-term bag? Are you doing like day trading? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, Trump just signed the bill, 100%. He just signed the bill. Yep. It's been a hell of a great week. It has been. I said we made really good plays yesterday. And one thing I want to share too. I obviously want to share. I think it's important that we share our winnings here. I was looking at this morning. Again, I couldn't be happier for everyone here. You can see Barry's up 368% on his trade. Look at right here. You got TJ out here. I mean, yesterday, just alone on his trading yesterday, he made almost 1,100 there, 1,000 plus another 1,000. I mean, he made probably close to 4,000 yesterday with his trading yesterday. You got Chris out here, unrealized returns up $7,500. You got Mima Lim right here, up almost $3,794 right there. You got Andrew over here, up almost $13,000 on their return on a 1 month return, dude. Like, couldn't be happier for anyone and everyone in here that's just like literally buying in, holding, and just watching this thing, continue to build and build and build. Like it's awesome to wake up and see that in the profit and loss inside Discord. I love it, dude. I love seeing that kind of stuff. I love seeing everyone winning, dude, because that's what it's all about. Smack Attack, thanks so much for the $10 super chat here. Why do people still think stablecoins, specifically RLSD, will hurt XRP? My buddy got it all wrong and sold his XRP thinking Genius Act would tank it. Yeah, there's no way, dude. If anything, it's going to support this kind of stuff. RLUSD is going to, it's going to, XRP you have to move RLUSD somehow, across blockchains. How else do you do it? You have to have XRP to do it. So it's going to be the more RLUSD that you move across XRPL, the more XRP needs to be used. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Simple math. Hugh Specht, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Everyone is saying 18 to 24 months for the laws, but only up from here. Hopefully we hit $10 by August. $10 by August. I mean, I've been saying 701 for a really long time. Anyone that's been following me on the channel for years knows that 701's kind of been a trigger point. Even back when this thing was at 32 cents and we were talking about it, and it went up to 40 cents and we're still saying it. And so 701's been everyone's like, that's kind of low. And I'm like, at that time, 701 has always kind of been the trigger for me. So yeah, he's live right now. Huge XRP burn incoming. It's going to probably be, we just need a little consolidation. Probably bring the 4 hour down just a little bit right here. Bring that 4 hour down to get below the 20% mark right here. And then we'll probably have a nice little rally back upwards. So that's kind of what we're hoping for. We want the 12 hour to maybe come back down to the 50, maybe not even come down, maybe even just come down right here to like the 60. We'd be sitting pretty good. So Brightside, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel, my friend. Welcome. Thank you so much. We got AZ Golfer in the house here, becoming a member of the A team. Thank you so much. We have a ton of members coming in hot right now, and I couldn't be more appreciative of that. So welcome, my friend. And yeah, definitely go jump up in that Discord. We got what is this? I can't even say that. PRS. I'm just gonna say PRS. What is that? Per Shacks. We'll just say Per Shacks. Thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel, my friend, and welcome. Thank you guys so much. Love this chat. Peace out, everyone. Okay, Kimberly, appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Good seeing you. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Wall Street taking profits. Could be. Yeah, we can go back and look at we'll see what the markets are reacting like over here to refresh that. The Dow's still down. It says 150 points. Still down about 177 points. Hasn't really moved a whole lot from this week. Trump is pushing at least a 50% tariff on the EU imports. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Interesting. Be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Let's go. Yes. But all right, guys, I've been on here for about an hour and I've been on here for almost 2.5 hours. Appreciate that. We're going to continue to watch the charts. Right now it's down to 346.10. So it's actually doing pretty well. It's been bouncing between 345 to 348. But we'll see what happens here. We're going to continue to monitor the charts. I will be back on tonight around probably 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys want to come kick it, we'll see what the markets are doing then. And with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I will see each and every one of you who are a member of the A-Team over in our Discord to come kick it with us and talk about crypto. Oh, yeah. Before I get off, dude, I forgot. Before I get off, I forgot that DJ Seiko actually dropped a track. So I wanted to play the track for everyone. If you guys want to stick around, anyone that wants to stick around and listen to DJ Seiko's new rap song or new track, let me know. But we'll play it here for the A-Team here. Let me actually stop the screen. Let me present share. It's called FOMO's a bitch. All right, let's play it right now. All right, here we go.
Yeah, the market's on fire, yeah, we feel the heat. Bitcoin hitting 120K, can stay in our seat. Ethereum rising 300s to go. XRP breaking 350, feeling so bold.
Everyone hyped, yeah, the hype's real. Got it by AuzSOME and keep it all sealed. Streaming every day, teaching the truth. Do your own research, that's the proof. FOMO's a bitch, don't get caught buying high. Take profit, stay smart, reach for the sky. A-Team strong, we got the best crew. Crypto's the future and we see it through. XRP and Bitcoin front row seats. Stacking up gains, making the beats. Hold tight, stay right, keep your mind clear. Together we rise, no room for fear.
Shout out to Seiko.
A-Team, we in this for the long haul. No shame in cashing out, stand tall. Family first, gotta do what's right. Secure your future day and night.
Guided by the vision, eyes on the prize. Crypto revolution, it's no disguise. From the streets to the charts, we make it known. Crypto's here to stay and we've grown. FOMO's a bitch, don't get caught buying high. Take profit, stay smart, reach for the sky. A-Team strong, we got the best crew. Crypto's the future and we see it through. XRP and Bitcoin front row seats. Stacking up gains, making the beats. Hold tight, stay right, keep your mind clear. Together we rise, no room for fear.
Watch the charts, stay awake, stay sharp. This ain't just luck, it's a work of art. Guided by the wisdom, we play our part. Crypto revolution, straight from the heart.
So keep grinding, keep shining. Stay true, AuzSOME, we got the crew. Crypto's the future, you already knew. A-Team, forever we breaking through.
All right, sorry. Yeah, that was by DJ Seiko. We got DJ Seiko in the house here. It's called FOMO's a Bitch is the name of the song. You can actually do it on, suno.com. Yeah, we're always showing love for Seiko and always putting down some new tracks for us with the A-Team. And couldn't be more appreciative of you, bro. Yeah, throw those DJ Seikos up in the chat there. Appreciate you for always coming through with your songs, man. Always will show love and support that. And appreciate you guys a ton. Again, thank you guys for everyone sticking around listening to that. And with all that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And like I said, give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you guys over in Discord. Love you guys a ton. And peace out, everyone.